Welcome to the Janky-B-Cast. In this dumb podcast, I task two friends to review a game and film respectively. The trick? They need to figure out what connects the two. I hope you enjoy watching us make terrible jokes along the way.
Hello, welcome to the Janky-B-Cast, and I'm here with my two good friends, Rhys and Sam, and I'll get them, I'll get my best friend, Sam, to, to play a game, and Rhys to watch a film.
Yeah, you get me to watch a film, and it's not me who gets you to watch a film, isn't it?
No, it's not. Not today, no.
Okay.
For a moment I thought that Rhys possessed you there for me. It was so on point.
Thank you.
Very neat intro, actually.
I'm not gonna lie, I did forget I was doing it, then I saw you gesture like that, I was like, oh yeah!
I predicted this would happen. I knew this day would come.
I'm quite surprised I remembered. No. I can't do intro. I don't think I have that. It's just, there's so much pressure in it.
I mean, you did a good job. Like, you're saying that you can't do them. You did well.
Just imagine it's like the middle of it, and then it's not an intro anymore.
Yeah. Cool. The random bum fluff section at the beginning. This time, I believe that both of the two participants have had a break this time. It's what I like to think now. You've had a little bit of a break. It's not been the relentless insanity of Alice in Wonderland and Zardoz from Foley. And it's not been the hectic confusion of Urquan Masters.
See, there's a really nice thing about my game is that it didn't have any fucking probes in it.
Yeah,
It's
it was always
amazing.
really nice.
They're probably just trying to kill you.
Fun
this
fact
time.
about that, once again, Rosie thought that you'd said testicle instead of
Yeah, I
testicle.
heard that as well last time when I listened to it.
Yeah, that's the second time.
I don't know why that keeps
Rosie-
coming up as well.
Rosie messaged me
Tesla
and said,
coil.
I don't think I can do a moth with a testicle. And I was like, no, Tesla coil. And I was like, oh, I can draw that. That's fine.
Fuck's sake. I need to start putting in subtitles whenever I say that.
I love how that was her main concern. I love that. I don't think I could draw that. It's like...
I can't draw a moth with a testicle. Tesla coil. Coil.
Oh, bless you, Rosie.
Yeah.
The second thing of note is it was Foley's birthday recently.
Oh,
Yeah.
nobody told me this.
I forgot until I looked on Facebook yesterday.
Always Facebook. Always.
Yeah. Happy belated birthday, Foley. That's my bad for forgetting as well.
Yay.
I just got older and fatter and had a lovely time watching a film for my birthday.
Indeed. So we'll say that's what my gift was. The gift of this film to you. What film was it now?
It was in like the 90s film Space Jam.
Indeed.
Oh,
Space
the-
Jam.
Yeah.
basketball-y one.
The basketball-y one.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So
Sam's already just on the warpath, trying to figure out what the connection could possibly be. Could be this, could be this, it could be
I
this.
mean, to be fair, I've got one very strong option already.
Yeah, it's not that one, and I know
Okay.
which one you're thinking.
oh,
Fair enough.
I have been thinking about this for many weeks now. Then when I watched the film, what could Sam be playing? Somehow be linked to this
That's
film.
right, it's NBA 2073.
Yeah, Sam's been playing NBA 2073.
Yeah. It's the cyberpunk version of it, I guess.
Oh, I
It's a game that's not coming out for another, 50 years.
They just have a very inconsistent numbering scheme.
Oh, a note just came up from my, the rental period for Space Jam ends in 12 minutes.
That's good timing.
Yeah, it's very good timing.
You can squeeze one very fast watch in.
I've got all my notes, so I don't need to watch it. I know. I think I got plenty to remember from.
Oh dear.
Oh,
This might not have been quite the break that I was hoping it to be.
Well, I haven't said anything yet.
You're right, because I have interrupted you. Now, continue, please, sir.
Oh, so the story and what it's about. So the story is he got these aliens on this planet, and they got the little goons, and then you got the head guy. Is voiced by Dave DeVito. So he's a fat alien. He owns this amusement park, and everyone's getting bored of it. Or the other aliens on this planet, oh, I'm getting bored of this. So he goes, I need something new. I need something that would attract more people. And then he turns on the TV. Boom, the Looney Tunes. So he sends his goons right, go to their world, take them, and bring them back. Then you got Michael Jordan,
The basketball player.
the basketball player. He retires, So he's like, no, I'm done with basketball now, done with it. And then he does baseball following his father's footsteps. So he has no interest in playing basketball anymore. And then the aliens go down to Looney Tunes. They go, right, we're gonna kidnap you. And the Looney Tunes, like Bugs Bunny, it's like, well, we changed to basketball because they're short and all that. Okay, you know what? It's just pretty much they go, look, we need Michael Jordan's help because he's a basketball player. So they rope him back in. That's pretty much all it is. It's like Looney Tunes need help. Michael Jordan is to the rescue. I really had fond memories of this film when I was younger. Really
Dear.
No.
Yeah.
I tried because I'm terrible at articulating things. It was just weird how, like, I haven't seen this quite a while, and I used to have the VHS of this. I used to love watching this film, and like, rewatching it now as like a 26-year-old. Oh, it's just.
I get the feeling that you would pick up the past version of yourself, shake him really hard, and just scream "Why?" in his face.
It's a mixture of like, anger, but then I don't know. They're like understandable. It's like, why? It's like I kind of get it. So I was kind of dreading watching this again because it's a kids' film. Like, oh, I might drag a little bit. But surprisingly, it was actually quite quick.
I thought you were going to say it dragged a lot.
No, it
might drag a little bit. No, it dragged so much. There was.
Mate, I never thought it would end. It's such a strange film. I'm so mixed on it. I think it's a great fun. Okay, let's go for my notes. Right. Yeah, so like I said, this is less stressful than Zardos, I fucking swear to you. So
it was a little bit of a break at least.
A little bit, but yeah, it was nice to turn your brain off. So like I said at the beginning, it establishes the fact these aliens are going to come down and like take Looney Tunes. Michael Jordan has now retired. It makes me laugh though, because when it cuts to Michael Jordan, he's doing a baseball game, and this guy, what are they called? I'm terrible like terminology in sports, but you know you got the swinger, but then you got the guys, you know, crouched behind them, like the mask and the padded thing.
Stalker.
Which one? The referee or the one underneath him who's the catcher?
The catcher. Okay, the catcher.
Okay, cool.
Is that simple?
Does
Okay.
the ref normally crouched behind wearing a mask?
The ref is normally they're sort of like leaning in because they're there so that when they run to the plate, if they get hit and then they can judge, you know, because it's the "you're out" guy.
You're out. Yeah. So not him, but the guy, the catcher, the simplest thing. Yeah. Like I love the fact because he's telling Michael Jordan what to do. He's like, "Don't swing, don't swing." And like he doesn't swing. He's like, oh, okay, good. And then at some point, he just doesn't listen to the guy. He goes, "Don't swing," and like he does like 3 times. And like he goes, "You're out." It's just really weird. And then,
wait, you're saying that it's weird that he doesn't listen to the guy on the opposite team who wants him?
No, just the guy behind him, isn't it? Like they're not on the opposite team, are they? I don't know how this works.
The catcher's on the opposite team, yeah.
Oh, because I swear he's actually trying to help him. This is what I find funny. Although Michael Jordan doesn't actually succeed in getting any hits, he's like, "Oh, don't worry, man, you played really well." Then when he goes back to his teammates, it was like, you know what, Mike? Like, you actually look really good. Like, if that was me, I look terrible, but like you look really nice. It's like, why is everyone like sucking up to me for? It's like, what is this? It's like I suck.
Probably because it's Michael Jordan.
It's Michael Jordan. Like, I found that quite funny. And he even says later on to his kids, like, "Oh, what did everyone say to you?" He's like, "Well, everyone's really nice about it." I forgot what his name is. The actor. I think it's Wayne Knight. The guy.
He's in Jurassic Park. Dennis Nedry. Yeah.
Yes. Like his entrance to the film always baffles me. He plays someone called Stan, and he's a publicist. I don't really get his role really, but like I do get it. But like he just appears. It's like, you know, you got the balcony. His head appears, like, coming over, and Michael Jordan's just looking up like, okay, this is normal. Like, he goes like, "Hi, I'm Stan," and then he just literally falls onto the ground. No one reacts. Everyone's like, "Oh." So anyway, the game, like, no one helps him. Michael Jordan's like, "Oh, that was a pretty nasty fall." It's like, yeah, help him up. You can, like, I know it's a bit weird. All it was like, "I am Stan, I'm a publicist, like, anything you want, I'll be there for you." That's it. That's like, pretty much, "I'll be your bitch." That's pretty much all it is. Literally, the next scene, Stan drops him back home. His car is just the exhaust fumes coming off that car. Jesus Christ. But what made me laugh though, and I've never seen this before, there's like a little sign off his like the little mirror in the car. It says no smoking, and yet his car is just surrounded by exhaust fumes. Like, I like that. That's quite a funny joke. I quite like it. It's stupid. It really is stupid.
Yep.
Then he cuts to because he goes to see his family. He's like, and what was it? The news is on about like him sucking at baseball, and his kids are just watching it. And Mum's just like, no, what are you watching that for? Turn it off, turn it off. And he goes, like, you should be watching that. It's like good for it. It's like, so he turns on like to Looney Tunes, right? But it does make me laugh because they're just watching it, and then it's one of the characters like they just interrupt, like the piggy interrupts, like goes, "We need to stop the program. Like we got a meeting to go," and they just leave the frame, and it's like nothing happens. The kid's like, "Where'd they go?" It's like,
the insinuation that all of Looney Tunes is happening live is amazing.
yeah. It's just the way the kids are like, "What?" It's like, where are they? It's like, where
It's
they
the fact
go?
that the entire world who's watching Looney Tunes live at that very moment just suddenly has Porky just run and be like, "Oh, we got to have a meeting, see you in a bit," and then everyone's leaving, and just this poor like kids just watching like, the fuck? Where's that to go? I've got 15 minutes left. What's going on?
What's happened? People should go to this. I'm guessing it's kind of their version of a town hall, but like all the Looney Tune characters are gathered round, and the aliens are there, and they're like, "Look, we're gonna take you prisoner," and everyone starts laughing, like, "Yeah, no, sure you are, yeah." Because I think they got like really like deadly X-ray guns. They're bigger than them. That's how deadly we're talking. What makes me laugh is Bugs Bunny just grabs this random rule book, just scribbles, "Must give chance to defend ourselves," and he literally sticks the paper in the book. He's like, "There you go," and it's like the most terrible way to do it. And then like one was like, "Oh, it's in the rule book, so we gotta do it then."
I mean, it's pretty on par with Looney Tunes. You got to be fair.
It's just the way. The next scene, it's like Bugs Bunny's like, you got the American flag in the background. You got Bugs Bunny like an army suit. He's like, "Right, we need to find a way to defeat our enemies." They come to the conclusion, the fact because the aliens are tiny, they're so small, and they're bigger. They're like, let's just do basketball.
I mean, it's not that terrible of an idea, is the thing.
I mean, no, to be fair, it is kind of logical compared to what they normally do. Basketball, is the logical way to... And it's friendly as well. Like, if it's a fair game, kind of, depending
Something
on
that you could
type.
potentially make a film about.
Looney
Looney Tunes playing basketball.
I do love the concept, though. I love that. It's like Looney Tunes... It's like the most least Looney Tunes things they could come up with. But it is very Looney Tunes. Like, oh yeah, they're short, like basketball. So the aliens, because they realise, like, they don't have to play basketball. But this is the thing that kind of confuses me, is how they just tend to appear in Looney Tunes world, then the real world, like, they could just do it, I guess. I was like, okay. The next scene is that they're at a basketball game in New York, or so, I don't know. So it's an NBA game. Because they're in like the old cliche trench coat, like the hat, the trench coat. They look really dodgy. I don't know how they managed to get in through that.
Pre 9/11, that'll be what it was.
To be fair, it was like...
I joke, but genuinely a lot of security was nowhere near as tight until that sort of thing happened.
True. And it's a
I miss
basketball.
the days of just being able to walk into the plane cockpit.
You weren't alive in those days.
No, I was. Pre
Not properly.
9/11. Well, yeah, I was an extension then, but I was alive.
I love the idea they're just watching this baby walking into like the cockpit and just being there like, "I want to look at the controls." And maybe a toddler.
Oh, there you go then. Boom.
Just every time
Mr.
someone
President,
mentions it-
second plane has hit the building.
But the aliens sneak in somehow. But right next to him is the voice actor for Homer. I went, "Oh, I know that
Dan
dude."
Castanella.
Yeah! He's just like, because his wife's like, "Okay, this guy next to me is really weird." He's like, "Look, I just want to watch the game. It's really hard to get these seats. Let me just enjoy the game." The alien just turns this weird goo and just slide onto the pitch, or whatever, the court, and then it just go into like the basketball players. And it's quite funny though, because they take their talents, that's what they say, like, "Oh, we took their talent and stick it into a basketball." Sure, right. But it just makes me laugh though, because they got no skill now. It's like someone throw them a ball and just smack them in the face. Like, yeah. Like, they're just...
There's a
outright-
level of commitment to agree to do that. Just have a ball, just go bang.
Yeah, just smack in the face. They can't even catch it anymore. They are like real life basketball players. I don't know their names. I'm terrible.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They are real.
So I give them credit for actually doing this film. So, because there's news about like, oh, the players are just going weird. At some point, I think Michael Jordan's watching the news, and I don't know why this shocked me so much. But it's like a news report, like, yeah, there's something weird going on with the basketball players. They can't play properly, so now they're put on the disability list. Like, the disabled. I was like, what? I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Bit of a jump.
It's just the fact, again, Michael has no reaction. He's like, oh no. Oh, it really threw me. I think I had to rewind it just in case. I was like, did they really just say what I think they just said?
What makes it worse is these are his friends and colleagues. They can't play basketball anymore. And he's there like, oh, all right.
I guess
had
the
it
basketball is a disability.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I can understand that. But no. That's probably why he's not reacting, because he's just there like,
Yeah, that's reasonable.
This is why I retired.
Yeah. I'm glad I retired before this pandemic. The lack of basketball playing ability.
I love that. Can't catch a ball. Disabled. Next week. So, Jesus. Like, fucking hell, a bit of an extreme one, isn't it? Oh. But yeah, because then it cuts to another... I think it's like another stadium or whatever where they play basketball. And it's like another city. Because what's happened with the basketball players, like this whole crowd of people outside the changing rooms, and the coach is like, why are you not getting inside? Like, why are we not getting changed? He went, I don't know, man, like, because what's happening, there could be germs in there that can affect us and take away our talents. And then they just had to throw this line in. Someone just went, yeah, it could be the body snatchers. I'm like, I appreciate the reference, but then I don't. It's just like, it's such a stupid way to throw it in. So I love the fact they try and reference other films, but it just wasn't that good. So that's all happened. So I think there's like a pandemic for basketball players that just can't catch a ball or can't dribble a ball. So then back in Toon World, the Toons, you know, like you got Daffy Duck showing off his new basketball uniform, doing a little catwalk. Got Bugs Bunny like, yeah, we got this is easy. And then like, you got the aliens coming back with like dragging the ball. You went, can we play in the court now? It's like, yeah, sure, do what you want. Yeah, like, you're not going to be much of a challenge, are you? And then the aliens touch the ball, and they, like, you know, all the talents from the NBA players go into them. They turn to, like, monstrous versions of the players. And I find that so funny. Someone goes, oh my God, they're monsters. Someone else goes, no, they're stars. I went, I'm using that from now on. The monster. I'm like, that's so dumb, I love it.
I think there's a lovely song that's like that.
Super Monsters.
Yeah, that's the one. Super
Monsters.
Monsters.
Yeah.
It's just mental. I've always loved how they look, the big monsters and everything. And you got the Toons like, well, we may be fucked here. It's like, back in 3D world, Michael Jordan's playing golf, you know. I don't know who this one guy is. It's like Bill something. No, is it Bill? Right. So he's playing golf with Bill Murray.
Oh yeah, I don't know who this Bill guy is. Bill Murray, do you know him?
But I don't know if the other guy... I don't know what the other guy's called. I think I've just assumed his name was Bill as well.
Yeah.
Unimportant Bill. But
Bill
they're
M,
just playing...
Bill B.
Bill B. Yeah. That, yeah.
Bilbo.
Bilbo Baggins. So they're just playing golf, and then pretty much Bill Murray just goes, look, with what's happening with the I think he's talking to Michael Jordan about this. It's like, with what's happening with the NBA players, you know what it needs? It needs new players. It needs new people. And I want to be one of those new people. And they were like, yeah, sure, okay, Bill. It's like, no, I'm being serious. I want to be a basketball player. They're like, no, I don't think so. It's like, and then Jordan takes his shot, right? It's a very long shot. Again, don't know sports, I don't know how good. It's a long shot, you nearly gets in the hole. But then, the ball is manipulated by Bugs Bunny under the floor with a super magnet to the golf ball.
Nice.
And so... they're like, oh, that's a good shot. Then they just see the ball going, ooh. They're like, oh. And he just drops into the goal. It's like, oh, that's a really lucky shot.
100%. You're playing and that happens. You just turn to him and be like, what sort of fucking cheating are you doing right now?
Like,
how the fuck have you arced the ball post-swing?
It's like, you're a shit baseball player. How can you be good at golf all of a sudden? Like,
just them going like, can you sign up to pro golf instead of baseball, my guy? What the fuck?
Tiger Woods can eat it. You're the new shit, my friend. They go to the hole and stands there just being a bitch, pretty much. She's like, oh yeah, don't stress, Mike, don't stress. When you swing, don't stress. Don't. And then like Stan, when they get to the hole, like, oh, let's take a picture of you with like you grabbing the ball. Okay. So he gets the picture ready, and Michael's like leaning down, putting his hand in the hole, and a rope comes from the hole, wraps it around Michael Jordan's arm, and he just gets sucked in. Again, no one's freaked out about this, really. It's very nonchalant. They're like,
I mean, wouldn't you be in this situation? You don't really have the capacity to comprehend what's just happened.
You're
about to take a picture of Michael Jordan, and then you've seen a rope come out of a hole while playing golf and just pull him in, and you're there like, what?
To be fair, but like, what have I been taking recently? It's when he just gets sucked in, like nothing. It's like Santa Claus going in the chimney, like nothing. It's like, oh, it's just gone. Because what is it? Stan just turns around and like, oh, what do you think happened? Aiming the camera at them. Bill's like, no, get that camera away from me. Like, could be the camera. Like, nah. So I don't want any pictures taken. So...
Bill Murray's there as well for this. Just, oh, okay.
Who you got to call? Probably not Bill. It's like, he's freaked out as it is. Like, it just goes to the scene. I can remember this scene.
The shot I definitely remember is Dennis. Not Dennis, sorry.
Dennis.
It's because that's the name in Jurassic Park as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's just Stan. I definitely remember just seeing the shot of him just staring into this hole, just looking in like, hello.
It's making it just the way he talks to the hole. It makes it like a kid, like he's just strolling off into his room as after an argument. It's like, "Hi Jordan, are you okay in there? Did you want to come out now?" I don't think he can. But
I mean, honestly, that's the best way you can rationalise that situation, because it's just like, hey, you want to come out of the hole now?
It's like this gets a bit silly now, isn't it?
Yeah, we've had our fun. Can you please stop breaking the laws of physics and jumping into golf holes?
The two Bills are getting a bit worried now, and I want to take a picture, please. I want to use my camera. But then what follows after is the iconic scene, like Michael Jordan just flying through this tunnel, and then it leads to like the Warner Brothers. Is it Warner Brothers like Looney Tunes logo? And he's like, "What the fuck is this?" He just like gets sucked into it, and puff, he's in Toon World. This scene again, I think it's just Michael Jordan's acting. I just love it. Like he's lands in this cartoonish world, like he has no idea, and everyone starts popping out the house like, "Oh, is that Michael Jordan?" And I think the old woman, he has like the Tweety bird. It's like, "Oh, it's Air Jordan." It's like, brilliant, Air Jordan. Okay,
nice.
Everyone starts crowding around. Michael Jordan's like, "This isn't real, is it? Like, this can't be happening." And Bugs Bunny's like, "Well, if it wasn't real, can I do this?" It just gives her a big wet snog. It's like, oh, okay. It's not what you really want, but...
Fair.
It answers the questions, though. Daffy Duck coming in, goes, "Right, we need a good examination of this." So he just puts him on the chair, shoots up in the air. He's like, "Oh, that's a bit high, isn't it?" And he's just like, when he pulls it down, he's just crash it down on his backside, and then he's like sticking the thing in his ear, and like you just see Bugs Bunny on the other side, like, it's like cool, because obviously you see the bit in Michael's ear. He's got like earwax, but then he got a paper clip. I was like, Michael, what are you sticking in your ear, mate? But then I think Daffy Duck just stamps like A-OK, like stamp on his head. But what makes me laugh is Michael Jordan is just done with their shit already. He's like, "I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, man. Like, I just, I was playing golf and now I'm here. It's like, what do you want?" And Bugs Bunny's like, "Look, we need your help." So we got these little alien guys and now big alien guys. I mean, to beat him at basketball. And then Bugs like, "No, I've retired. Don't want to do that shit." And then I think what happens is they try, when they explain the situation, it does go back to... It goes back to Bill Murray and the other guy. They just leave, and I think the other guy's like, "Oh, I feel a bit bad just leaving Mike like this." Like, "Yeah, no, it'll be fine. Just gets into that little buggy thing and just drive off. I'm like, "That's
not my problem. I'm going."
It's like, I'm not sticking around anymore. Like, I don't want to get sucked into a hole.
We're only 2 holes in. We've got like a whole other 7 holes to go. Come on, let's get in the caddy. Let's go.
Let's finish this, boy. Let's go. I don't want Michael beating us. Not that cheap shot.
Well, he got a really good score so far, and if he doesn't finish, that means he's disqualified and can't continue. So that means he can't win.
My brain kind of switched off because I think he was like, well, you know. But I was just like,
okay, let's just flick the switch. I'm not watching this film anymore.
I was like, am I going to think too hard about this film? So in this scene, I think Daffy Duck just like breaks the fourth wall saying, oh, we're property of like Warner Brothers and all that. But what he does is, he like lifts up his backside and he's got like the Warner Brothers logo like sellotaped to his bum and then kisses it. I'm not even going to rewind to know why he did that. I was like, I think that's just a really weird thing to do in a kid's film.
Yeah.
It's like sure. And then the aliens come in, like the big busky ones, and they're like, oh yeah, like you ready for this game? And I think what was it? I think one of them waxed Tweety Bird, and like Michael Jordan's like, oh, you know, like this shit's gonna go down now. They just get Michael Jordan and turn him into a human ball. And then they just start playing basketball with him. And then when they dunk him, he just unfolds. I forgot how traumatic that scene was. Because it's like, they bend his arms and everything, and his face is showing. Okay.
You're in Toon World now, bitch.
Yeah,
time for some Toon logic, motherfucker.
I don't want to know how painful that must have been for Jordan. But then I think that pretty much set it on fire. It's like, you know what, guys? Those guys are big bullies. They turn me into a ball, that will just not fly. No, so he's like, okay, I'll help you. But,
does he really say something equivalent to that?
No, that's how I've said it. Like, I just want to say it. It was like, okay, like let's get on with it then. But he's like, no, but I need my kit though. So he sends like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck to the real world to grab his trainers and his shorts. I'm like, okay, sure. Then in the real world, it pans to the players. I will say, I'm not joking, I never thought I'd say this after watching Space Jam again. What I love about this film isn't even the cartoons and Michael Jordan. It's the B story with the players that have lost their talents. Because it's just so funny. It's because, what was it? You got this one player like walking the streets and you got these girls playing basketball. They're like, oh, you're that famous basketball player. He's like, yeah. Can I play? He's like, yeah, sure. Again, as he's playing, he can't throw shit. He can't do basketball. They're like, oh, no, man. Like, you're just a wannabe. He looks like him. No, it's like, oh, no. So I feel really bad for him. And then they got the other ones, right? They're like, they go to the doctors. Like, they're getting tests. And they even have therapy, right? Is it my note? Yeah, so one was having therapy. I think they're saying, yeah, man, just can't do basketball, can't perform anymore. And the therapist goes, is there any other places you aren't performing? And he was like, what? No! Say, like, what the hell are you talking? Like, this can't be in this film.
That's such an adult joke.
I mean, it's very subtly done. I would like if you're a kid, you won't know it. But it's like the way the player's like, no, of course not, no. But that was a lie. That was definitely a lie. And then
no.
Absolutely not.
With that, I love the context of if it is the case and he's just lying about it not working, that means that the aliens have not only stolen his talent, they've stolen his libido as well.
As Austin Powers would say it, he's took his mojo.
Mojo, babe.
His mojo.
I mean, it may as well be that. They've just taken the entire mojo.
Yeah. So that's why they're big and full of testosterone. No, you know, big, monstrous.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
Testosterone.
I can't say it.
It's like terrestrial testosterone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly where I was going with it.
But now the aliens have taken
Thank
it,
you,
so
Sam.
that means it's extraterrestrial, extratestosterone.
Extraterrestrial.
Extraterrestrial testosterone.
It's extraterrestrial, testosterone.
I'll have some extraterrestrial testosterone with that, I think.
Would you like a side of fries with that?
No, extraterrestrial testosterone.
Or do you want a side salad with it instead?
Ah, sorry, we're out.
Oh,
You're out of salad. Who the fuck goes into eat salad? Depends where you're going. But
just pans back and it's got Bugs Bunny chomping away on it. That makes sense.
yeah, what's that? Testosterone.
What's up, duck?
What's
He's
up,
just
Doc?
taking all of it as well. What's up, Doc? Oh, look at these gains.
Look at this guy.
Instead of like chewing slowly on a carrot, he's just like a wood chipper. It's like
Yeah.
just instant, and then chucks it, and then just instant again. It's like you see people biting nails and things. It's like that quick. It's like done. Done. It's just they're like, got a problem, bro.
Carrot is his like steroids. Like that's what gives him the power. Like,
High protein carrot. Yeah.
yeah. But speaking of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, there is a journey to Michael Jordan's house to get the shoe. This really isn't an interesting scene, to be honest. But the reason
This is the bit that I remember the most, and the only reason I remember it the most is because I remember just staring at it as a kid, going, "Is that it?"
yeah, it's nothing really happens. They got the dog that attacks Daffy Duck, and then when they get into the house, they're looking around. They go to the living room. They go, "Oh, it must be in here then." I was just questioning the locations of the shoes, to be honest, because they find one shoe on like a side table next to the couch. I was like, okay, right, and then they find the other one. How would you say? Like it's like a stand that's like drilled to the wall. And she's on top of that. I'm like,
What, like a display stand?
so he's like got one on the table, one on the
It's
wall.
better than it being his boxes up there. His kids are there, just they're like, "Dad, can you take your boxes down from the top?" Like, "No, those are my boxes, and they go up there for all to see."
They're my lucky boxes.
Michael Jordan boxes.
These are Michael Jordan's boxes, and they go up on the Michael Jordan's boxes, put them on the shelf.
My house, my shorts, my short standards.
It's the idea that it's got a plaque as well that says, like, "These shorts are worn by Michael Jordan." It's like, no shit, it's his house.
Just pegged
Like,
up.
yeah,
Not even framed. It's like, here's the pegs, there you go.
yeah. It's just stapled.
Sorry.
And wonky as well. It's like, "Dad,
Just,
can you
like,
take
slightly
down the
stretched.
thing?" Slightly stretched as well.
Just nail. Just. Because he's so he's stapled and he's just nailed it. He's like, you know what, that's where it's staying. Beautiful. Like, really disgusting. No, I can't go on about this, no.
Oh, you just said it looked like a shit stain on them.
Yeah, goes to skin marks. Like, that's a legendary shit stain right there. And that was on my last game. I can't.
That's
My
the
last
legendary
game.
shit stain that got me those 15 5-point shots in a single game. And I've not watched them since. Oh, God.
So, one day, son, you'll be wearing those shorts.
Oh, fuck.
Gotta grow on up so you can put in those shorts. I don't want to.
My dad wore them before me, and I wore them after my dad, and you'll be wearing them after me.
I probably shouldn't have worn them in basketball. They're baseball shorts, but I goddamn did anyway, son.
It got me where I am today. Shit at baseball.
It's like, is that what the shit signifies? Shut up.
But
Watch
so
some
they
Looney Tunes and just puts on a blank screen.
Watch a Looney
Because
Tunes.
there's nothing on.
It's just like the
Laptop.
wildlife gathered in that little area there, and it's just
Yeah.
being quiet.
I think the dog has the shorts because I think they go, oh, let's go find the shorts. They open the door and the dog just is right in Daffy's face. He's like, I have found the shorts, and the dog just fucking bashes the door open. Like, he just like knocks it down. You're like, oh damn, that dog.
Wow.
That dog's got some extraterrestrial testosterone in him. Like, he really does. But then I was like, oh, okay, what's going to happen? Is they going to do some Looney Tunes stuff? Now the kids just come in like, oh no, Charles, get off the naughty dog. I'm like, oh, that was very anticlimactic.
Come on, is there a banister stair set at least? Like,
Okay.
it was with the stairs, it was like a railing in the stairs.
I don't think so. Why?
Oh, come on, there's such a good opportunity to have them, have the dog chase them down the stairs to do like a whack-a-mole, whack-a-duck, whack-a-rabbit type thing of just the dog trying to nip at them, and they're like, whoop, too slow, through the banister. That's like a classic Looney Tunes style joke.
Because that's the thing, I think that's what annoys me, is like, they have these like characters in these places, and you think, oh, what could happen, what scenario could happen, how could the characters interact in this scenery? They don't really think about that, because when they go into the house, the first room they're looking upstairs is the little girl's room. They're like, oh, you won't be in here. Then they just walk downstairs. You're like, oh. And that's where you find the shoes and the shorts in the dog's mouth.
Why has the dog got the shorts in his mouth?
Fun chew, I guess.
Because you had the shit stick down. I smell this delicious
I'm
shit
cleaning them. That's my dog maid over there.
He's a good cleaner. Liquor, I don't know. Clean liquor. So all the kids do is like, they just kind of take the dog, like that manhandle the dog, like, oh no, get off him, Charles. And then they're like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, your dad's helping us with a basketball game. No one can know about this. They're like, okay.
What?
If I was a kid and I saw Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck in my room, I'd be losing my fucking mind right now. I would not care about the dog. Like, yeah, dog, fuck off. Like, this is our new friends right now. But then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Dad's helping. Yeah, we won't say anything.
Surely you at least go, say the thing. Say the thing, and it's like,
Yeah,
fine, what's up, Doc?
Go, can I get a carrot for... Can you sign my carrot? It's like, hey, no, not like that, Sat.
Oh, God.
No, I was being completely innocent, you motherfucker. But again, it's just a
And that's all, folks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, thank you.
It's the fact that kind of frustrated me. It's like, kids had just had no reaction. I blame the director, of course. I forgot the director's name. But it's like, surely,
kids.
like, kids' fault. No. But it's like, I'll be losing my fucking mind. But anyway, the quest is successful. They get the shoes, they get the shorts. That's pretty much the hour chunk of the film. The rest of it is back in Looney Tune world, and then the game is going off. But on their way back to the Toon World, they go back to the golf course. Guess who's there? Stan. And he's just digging up the hole. He's just digging up. I was like, okay, that's commitment. Like, he's literally fucking waist deep in the hole. And then you just see he has the reasonable expression. He's just like, that's Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck kind of face. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Fair, honestly. He's the only reasonable character in this film. He's there like, okay, I need to fucking help him. He's not come out of this hole. I need to go and rescue him. This is serious. And what the fuck? That's cartoon characters. What the hell?
It's like, that's not right. But it made me laugh though, because the hole he's digging in, there's another golf hole just opposite him. There's jump in that one. And he goes, okay. They bring back his stuff. So I think he's like, yeah, okay, this is what I wish they did. So they go back to the gym area where they're practicing. Yeah. Is it I feel so ashamed. I don't know the characters. But what's the iconic duo where you got the speeder and you got the one who just always try to blow them up?
Wile E. Coyote.
And
those two.
Roadrunner, not Speed.
Speedrunner. Speedrunner. But those, it's like those two kind of the Speedrunner plays a prank on the other one, and so that's the only time they're still their rivalry. Then as soon as Daffy Duck brings his sports stuff, it's like, okay, let's do this, and then because I forgot one character that questioned many people. Made them question themselves at a young age. Lola Bunny.
Can we please not talk about Lola Bunny?
I'm sorry, but we have to talk about Lola.
I put in my format note, if he mentions sexy Lola, tell him no.
And I'm going to say yes.
No. Down point.
I've never seen this film, so I have no choice but to look this up.
But
No, don't. Sam, no. Stop it. No.
Did they do a remake of this or something at some point?
They didn't do a remake. It was a soft sequel, I think is what it was.
It looks absolutely awful. It just... I might watch it to give it a go.
This isn't Rabbit, I thought it was. She looks just like a kid.
But it's like...
yeah, maybe not that one. Search Space Jam, Lola, and then it'll probably come up. No, don't search Space Jam. Why am I encouraging this? I said no.
Yes,
no.
yes, do it.
Stop it.
Do it.
No.
I think I was thinking of the one from Who Killed Roger Rabbit or something?
Oh, you talking
Jessica
about Rabbit?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, let's talk about her.
Jessica Rabbit and Lola Bunny. Yes, because she's human. Well, close enough.
Cartoon, yeah. I was mentioning that then. Lola, Bunny, made everyone question themselves at that age when they were young.
Not me, because I didn't want to fuck a rabbit.
A female?
To be fair, I was 9 at the time, so I probably wouldn't have had any thoughts about that at all.
Yeah, to be fair, I think she was just kind of cute. Like, he's like, oh, okay. Like, better than Bugs Bunny. But yeah, I think
Excuse me?
Sorry, that's blasphemy. I'm so
How
sorry.
dare you?
But
Bugs Bunny is twice the man that she'll ever be. It helps that Bugs Bunny is a man, so that's a little bit of a metric, a little bit ahead. But Bugs Bunny is also twice the woman that she'll ever be. Have you not seen him cross-dressing all the time? He is sexy enough to distract any male person chasing him.
That's a very good point. Very
Constantly
good point.
cross-dressing, and they're like, "Oh my god, you're beautiful!"
out.
And he's yeah,
The jaw
literally.
dropping.
You'll get the
Tongue
awooga
rolling.
from anybody.
Awooga.
Yeah.
A
Does Lola ever get into wooga? No, Bugs Bunny does.
like mass style.
The foghorn sound.
Yeah, and just you get the steam coming out the ears. Just the. Just, yeah, Bugs Bunny deserved all of that. Lola, no.
Right.
No.
All I say is, I think they're actually quite adorable couple. I think I dig them. I actually found them really cute. I was like, oh, that's nice. So enough about that then. And then yeah. So I think you just go straight to the game. You know, you got the whole stadium, and then you got all the cartoon characters. And you got Danny DeVito's character. I don't know his name. I was going to call him Danny DeVito. DeVito alien. So he's there. Like, yeah, you go win the game.
I'm an alien,
I'm
and
an
I'm
alien.
gonna take over Toon World.
So Sad blasted. No. So it's
So I started bawling.
So
Sounds like a
Sad
much more
Barn.
fun film.
I try and
Get a shootout of him versus Elmer Fudd.
Him and Elmer Fudd.
It would be
That
a
would be a
much,
really
much
good
more
film.
fun
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
try and make sure I haven't missed out anything.
I forgot that's what his name was. I'm amazed you remembered Elmer Fudd's name.
Of course, he's my favourite Looney Tunes character.
Really?
The fun.
No, I don't even know who he is, to be honest.
He's the Wabbit season guy.
Yeah, I know who he
Right.
is. I don't know who is my favourite
'Cause
character.
That's what I
Oh
was
right,
gonna
okay,
say.
I see.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I kind of wish we're now training in the gym area. I said there's two other characters still had that rivalry, but then as soon as Michael Jordan got given his stuff, they're like, okay, let's do the game now. But I kind of wish they struggled to work together as a team. I love they're still paid with that, but it feels like, yeah, we're all tunes that stick together, which I get. But I'm like,
Yeah. From how it sounds, the way I would say the biggest issues, if you were to call it that with this film, is it feels like they've gone, let's just get the plot over with,
yeah,
rather than have any of the time to sit and have the Looney Tunes be what makes them famous.
Yeah.
yes, because
Kind of got lip service every now and then.
Yeah, it's, oh, you're the Looney Tunes, and there's occasionally glimpses of humour. Like you mentioned earlier, Daffy and Bugs staring through Michael Jordan's brain, like whole ear holes. That's funny. That's letting the Looney Tunes be Looney Tunes.
That's
And then
what
you just go, okay, we're just going to have them just get chased by a dog and then do nothing. They don't even deter the dog from how it sounds. It's just, okay, see you, bye.
Just like
It's just-
pull the carpet up or something, or like the entire floor around.
yeah,
Push it
Yeah.
up. It's some
Just
weird
like-
physics defying.
Like you could do bullfighting with the dog and a carpet or something like
Yeah.
that. That's so
the,
good.
are the shorts red? That would be great. So, there you go.
that'd be funnier because I get like they don't want to be slaves to these aliens, but like it's like when you play sports with your mates, you're gonna have some banter with it. You gotta be messing around. I think that would help Michael Jordan become back into basketball. Like, no, we need to be serious. But I was like, that's my only cause. I kind of wish there was more pranks and like more visual humour to it. But yeah,
It's like you're taking one of the most famous aspects of Looney Tunes isn't really the wordplay for the most part. It's the physical humour.
It's the physical humour. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the ridiculous slapstick nature of it. And if you take out a lot of the slapstick nature,
Yeah.
you kind of have some mildly funny characters at best.
Yeah, exactly. And they kind of just rushed it when Michael Jordan comes in, when I did the whole examination, like you say, look through his ear, stamping his ear. Like, it's very over the top. And then when it actually gets to the game, it does have some very good moments, though. Oh, that was it. So I just look at my notes. In the real world, again, because the whole plague of really the NBA.
Oh, this is a good B plot.
Yeah.
Rick, give us that good B plot.
So this is literally like a news thing, like a speech. And I think one of the head people of the NBA like, yep, we're cancelling all this season of basketball because of what's going around. There's no basketball. And it just cuts to like the stadium in Toon World. I'm like, so they just cancelled basketball because a few of them are disabled now, apparently. It's like, brilliant, okay. Just what I mean. I was more interested in that plot than I was in this actual main bit.
I
So,
want a film that is just what happens in the background for this. Just the decision making in that of the council of the basketball league coming together to decide the fate of basketball
The Shadow
sounds
Council.
wackier and more loony than just the whole of
The actual loony, like...
yeah.
It's a fact they have the most... Like, they can't catch a ball, they're disabled. Oh, there's a plague going round where it's only affecting basketball players. We're cancelling basketball. Like, what? It's like, what is
I mean,
this?
at least try the hazmat suits out first.
Yeah, like basketballing while wearing hazmat suits.
Oh no!
Just ball.
That's a very good point.
Just one of those like leaping slam dunks, but it's in a hazmat suit. It's got like a wide camera view of it. It'd be so good.
So you actually just... I don't think I wrote this down. Like the scene when they're outside the change rooms, they don't want to go in.
Yeah.
They're actually given gas masks. Like... I just completely forgot about that one. Yeah, it's actually more crazier than the actual story. But,
You've got no idea what's being transmitted. They're like, yep, gas masks, that'll do it.
That might help.
It's like, can you still dribble the ball? Yeah. Oh, okay. You wear the mask.
You
then,
still
wear the
dribble?
mask.
No, I'm wearing a mask. It keeps getting caught.
Like, but I can't-
Can you mark them? Who? I can't see them through the glass. It's fogged up.
So I need to take my mask off. Don't take the mask off.
Little windscreen wipers on the inside.
I'd actually,
Just so they see it.
I'd actually
It's like,
rather
you know
watch
when people like they go for a break, they like drink some water, spit out, they get like a cloth to wipe their faces. They're just like pouring water on their face and then wiping the mask instead.
Now that would be an amazing comedy. Like,
And like a couple of games later, they just optimised by having one of those like redneck drink things with the straws that go down to your
Just
mouth.
on their heads.
They just permanently attach, yeah.
I mean,
God,
that
you'd
could
have to
work.
increase the toilet breaks for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the fact as well, they're just seeing people wearing these gas masks, trying to drink through the mask, and also trying to dribble a ball to throw in a basket. Like,
We at the basketball league don't want to cause any fuss. Ignore the fact that they're wearing gas masks. It's not that bad.
Does that mean both teams have to wear different coloured masks?
Oh
yeah.
Different coloured hazmat suits. And they've got like company branding on him as well.
Oh, must be sick. He gets
Hazmat
like
suit number 7.
after a bit, they get like more intricate ones. They got like Oni style masks. Or like one team goes with like Spider-Man mask or something.
That's all themed. Like, we're the World War
Hey.
II themed team. We're having proper classic gas masks on our heads. And we've
And
also
we
got
also
helmets.
have Tommy guns.
In the sports section, because it gets so popularised, you don't get basketball, you just get branding gas masks. It's like, yeah, I want to get this, yeah! Like, kids are running around in, like, hazard suits. Brilliant. I'd watch
They
that.
just
I'd-
open baseball trading cards and they've got them as well. I was like, oh, I got an Eric, and it's just every single one of them is just basically almost identical with a gas mask on. So you
It's
can't
just-
tell who's who other than the
It's
name.
just this like
on the
athletic black
cards.
guy with a mask on.
You can't
Oh,
even
great.
tell that. He's like things fogged up as well. So it's just, oh my god, I got a guy with a blue suit. A blue suit? Oh my god. Who is it? It says his name's Lance, I think. I don't know. Could be
It's like
anyone.
You get the shiny cards, like, you've got a great player, like, who is it? I don't know, it's one of the gas people. It's like, the gas people. It's
He's
the
got a gas mask on.
It's the gas man.
The proper shiny is like, oh my god, I got a shiny. His name is Daniel. What does he play? Apparently he's a gas mask maintenance man. Oh my god, he's a legendary.
and he's German. No, we're not going to do that.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I think we've come to the conclusion of this conversation now.
Because we all know
That's
how
all,
Rhys.
folks.
we all know how Rhys gets when it comes to the whole German aspect.
Yeah, I'd like to move on. So,
Right.
what
so,
happens next?
so
The
it's-
basketball game.
That
So,
racist
the-
diatribe in the bud.
So the third act, what we've all been waiting for, the big game, and I actually
Oh,
do
yeah.
kind of like the opening though, because when the announcer's like, "Oh, you got Bugs Bunny," and like now it's always
Hey.
everyone's like, "Yeah!" He goes, Daffy Duck." He just walks out and no one says anything. It's like, oh, very funny. Laugh at the duck, yeah. And then he goes, and next we got Michael Jones. Like, yeah. He's like, yeah, brilliant. So I don't know why that made me laugh.
You see, when you let the Looney Tunes be loony, they're funny.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I wanted. Like, so I think this is the thing. Like, in this act, that's when the Looney Tune physical humour comes out. But it makes me like, because Danny DeVito's character in this bit, when Michael Jordan comes out, he gets really pissed because like he's pretty much not a toon. He's like, what the fuck is this? This is outrageous. Like, he can't be in this game. He's a real man. Like, he's
a real boy. He's no Pinocchio.
Oh, but I look.
And they're like, oh, we can't use that one. That's Disney, not Warner Brothers.
Disney.
He's like,
He's like a siren. Get that out. Wrong
different
property.
companies' copyright. You cannot use this property.
It's like in Monsters Inc. when these guys in hazmat suits again bust through the window.
Just someone just bursts and is like, it's a 2448! 2448! Oh no!
What?
Oh look, more basketball players have arrived.
That's how it should go.
Amazing.
No.
Ah.
But when they start playing, can I say I love? Is it Marvin or Martin the Martian? Like,
I can never remember. I think it's Marvin.
I think it's Marvin, yeah.
I don't know why. I just love how small he is. Because his voice went, okay, is everyone ready? I was like, oh, he's so adorable. As the rep.
I mean, he is impartial. He is impartial.
He's
both an alien and a toon.
That's true.
He's a toon, so fair play to him. So, as you guess, because of the how big the aliens are, like, they just thrash them. But there's one bit in the first match that makes me laugh, because I think the old woman's just knitting on the bench. So Daffy Duck gets the ball. You got the two monsters like charge on him. He's like, he just throws the ball at her, and the monsters just jump on her. And I think Lola Bunny just gives her the dirty look. He went, what? She was wide open. I was like, that's funny. I like that. Just doing her knitting. He's like, what? She's open. So that match, I get absolutely thrashed. Like, I forget, the points are way up. I think during the break, Stan, I don't know what, he tries to spy on the monsters. He's like, so Danny DeVito, he's a midget now compared to the monsters. He's getting like a pep talk, like, oh, we've got to beat these, like Michael Jordan or whatever. Like, he's just throwing a tantrum. And then he smells Stan. I was like, that's a very weird thing. And like, so Stan's just in the locker. It just rips the locker open. Then it cuts to the Toons. And then like Stan comes in. I don't know what they did to Stan, but like he just comes through the door. He's just sizzling, like smoking. What did they do? Like he seems like tasered, like really hard or something. Like what the fuck happened? Like
this is Danny DeVito's character. He likes to smoke cigars. He just turned him into a cigar for a bit.
just rolled him up like, yeah, come on,
Get up, smoke ya.
Oh, to be fair, that would actually. Oh, mate, if they showed that, that'd be hilarious. So Stan, what are you guys say when you go back to Jordan? Just tapping him on the ashtray. Like, what are you gonna say?
Yeah.
I just love the idea. Just like he's got like real frizzy hair, and then the scene just ends with him just getting like patted out at the end. They just sort of twist his hand, and you can see him going like his face is on the ground.
Okay, I know it'd be dark for a kids' film, but that would be like it's toon logic, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But he just comes in. He's obviously traumatized. But I think, what I love about this scene, I don't know why I like this scene. I think it's a nice message for kids, though. It's how some of the characters like bandaged up because obviously how hard the monster's been thrashing them. Bugs Bunny comes up with an idea to like label the water bottle like the secret stuff, and like Bugs Bunny's like to Michael's like, oh, why don't you give everyone your secret stuff? He's like, what the hell are you on about? It's like your secret stuff. He's like, just water. So I like the fact it's just water. They're like. What is it? It's like Bugs Bunny drinks it. He just has all these like 17 pack on him, like muscle. And he was like, I want some of the magic stuff.
He's had the extraterrestrial testosterone.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
What it is.
I was like, someone going to say it. It's the extra. But everyone's passing the water around like they think it's some actual, magical liquid. But what I love, everyone's just passing it around and Stan's still like sizzling. He's like, I want the water. He's like, I want it. Then as soon as he gets it, it's empty. I'm like, ha! Yep, of course it is. So they're all
When you're on the court, you got to take every shot you get.
Okay, Elmer Fudd just shooting. That would have been a great joke. Why didn't?
But
did
I
they
said
do
it
that?
was rabbit season.
I vote you rescue rabbit.
So many classic jokes they could have just used. Just be like, Elmer, look at them, and just like, hey, can you wear these rabbit ears for a second? Elmer, it's rabbit season.
Get it
Just
done.
blast him with him.
I think that's what they should have done in this game because, during the game, because
Just
it's...
lean it more into the Looney Tunes, not the stupid basketball stuff. Because it's
Yeah,
like,
you
basketball's fun and all, but come on. Wile E. Coyote's known for riding rockets on top of things in order to get to the goal.
Yeah.
And even
Just
create it like
attach a basketball to a rocket. Well, that's fucking great.
they're mental. They're unhinged, really.
Do they at least like draw a wall or something at any point?
No,
Or like
it's
draw a fake
good-
basketball hoop? It's like, go! Nah, that's
Fake
the wrong one.
basketball hoop is so good.
Yeah.
That's such a good gag.
That's what I mean. Like that's kind of what because it just felt like an actual basketball game, but with just
Or they
some...
just draw a fake hole in the floor and
Yeah.
they run over it and the monster just falls through it. That'd be so good.
And they come over and just rub it out so they're trapped.
Yeah.
Nah, they're playing down.
They're gonna play it down. You're gonna need a substitute now. Oh dear. Oh man, there's so many just great jokes. You just didn't
Honest-
fucking think of. Come on, guys.
Honestly, I think those would have fitted so well.
Oh
in
no,
this.
sorry. They one of them like just gets like a lit TNT and just casually like swaps it with one of the Monstars things. Just like, help this. There you go. Just
Yeah,
walks
help
off with the
this.
ball and it's just like, huh?
Just try.
Hang on.
Even better, Sam. It's not a lit TNT. He's just bouncing a ball, and you just see that he's bouncing something, and then he throws it, he intercepts, and it's just a circular bomb, and he goes, uh-oh, and he explodes.
There's so many things you could do with these characters.
So many
Yeah.
amazing gags.
But the thing that annoys me, like, I don't think I was actually happy about it. I think I was just more shocked that they put this in. During the second game, they learn to fight dirty now because...
Do they move
obviously-
the hoop, by the way? Do they move the hoop?
No,
Because that's
come on.
something else they could do.
Come on.
They just go to throw it in the hoop, and it's like, whoop, just
No.
slightly to the left.
No. Like, if they did that kind of stuff, I'd be praising this film a lot more, to be honest. But
Come on.
But the thing that threw me off, though, is like while the monsters got the ball or something, you see their teeth getting shut out. I'm like, oh, okay, what the fuck? And then it pans to two characters. I don't know if it's like the guy who hunts Bugs Bunny and the guy...
Fudd.
And the guy with the red beard, like the cowboy.
Oh, yeah, the cowboy. Yeah, I know him.
So those two shut his teeth out. They're dressed in a tight, like, black suit,
Yosemite Sam.
70 Sam.
That's a
Fair enough.
mouthful, my god.
So they're there, like with glasses on, with suits, and a certain tune comes on. And can you kind of guess what they're referencing? It's also from the 90s, this film.
Is it Men in Black?
No.
Blues
So think
Brothers.
about it. Two people.
Oh, two people in suits.
And
Is it Blues Brothers?
No, it's iconic for shoot. Like they got guns and everything. Like so imagine two people doing this.
Oh, are they doing The Matrix?
No.
Oh.
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, so they're doing a Pulp Fiction reference.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't think I was actually happy. I was like, why? Why? I get because technically it's kind of new back then, like a few years old. But like, it's like of all the things they could have done. But the one thing I generally did love is I'll know because it's a bit of a big chunky alien. Like like they're quite big. He gets like a bucket of paint, of like red paint, just paints it on his bum. They're like, okay, what's going on then? Then he just kind of pans to the audience. And it's just a bull eating popcorn. He's like, yes, this is really great. He's like, red. He just runs on the audience. I'm like, that's a fucking great joke. It's so out,
good.
it's so out the blue. Like his eyes go with like red. He's like, and the alien's like, what? What the fuck? I was like, that's a funny joke. That's Looney Tunes for you.
You need more of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So if it,
Oh, I thought of another really good one, sorry. Just, Marvin's like, you can't do that, actually, that's a rules violation. Marvin, what? And then they just slam the top of his head down so he can't see. He's like, very good, carry on. It's just,
or you can get Bugs Bunny to just get a random piece of paper like this, just staple it to a book like, it's in the rule book, Marvin. He's like, oh, okay. It's like,
that's it. Rule number 1, oh, no rules. Carry on, everybody.
rule number 2, kick Marvin in the face. What? But so, that game finishes. So I think they're still losing. Or like, they're catching up, but just still behind. They got 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not. No, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. So then, Danny DeVito, alien, confronts Michael Jordan. And I think it says like, Michael Jordan's like, if we win, you leave him alone. I think this is where it got pretty dark. Davey's like, well, if we win, we take you instead. And, that's it, the planet, or like, the theme park's called Moron Mountain. So what he says, what the deal is though, Davey's like, yeah, if you lose, we take you. So when you come back to, come to the theme park, you'll be signing everyone's autograph for like all day. You'll be chained, like people's chained to like a boulder. He goes, and you have one-on-one with the fans, but you always lose. And it's like, oh shit, what the fuck? This is kind of weird. Like, this is quite dark. And Michael Jordan's like, okay. So why would you do that, Michael? That sounds really horrible. I think some of the characters like are injured. They need someone to step in. They need a fifth player. Otherwise, they just
Bill Murray, let's go.
No, it's just Stan. Because that was I don't know how Stan got in there. Only because when he saw... Because I didn't explain that. Because when he saw him jump into the other hole, not the one he was digging, he just appears in the world. I'm like, what did you do? Did you carry on digging? Or did you just... They don't explain it at all. It's like, I'm here. Yeah, like I said, Stan's been here. So it's like, oh, like, I'll jump. I'll play, Mike. I'll play. It's like, okay. Stan lasts for 3 seconds. And I'm not exaggerating. He lasts for 3 seconds. They pass him the ball, and all the Monstars just jump on him. But this is the scene I always remember because it freaked me out a bit. When they get off Stan, he's literally so wide and flat. And he's just 2D. That is terrifying. But what makes me laugh though, again, it's a funny gag. The paramedics come like, come on, quick, we need to get him on. And they just shove like this air pumping system into his mouth, and he just starts pumping up like a balloon and floating. But then the pipe goes off, or the air escapes from him, just flying around the stadium, and he just lands normally, like he's back to normal, like on the bed. They just speed him up and went, that was just insane. That is proper Looney Tunes. Like, even Michael Jordan, I love how everything has happened. He questions, like, how was that possible, what they just did to him? And then Daffy Duck goes, we're in Looney Tunes, like, this is Looney Tunes, like, this is our world. And he goes, oh, cheers for telling me that now. I'm like, Michael, you got turned into a ball. When do you think the logic was going to apply at all? Yeah. So then they do need a fifth player. He goes, otherwise you are out. And this is when they have 10 seconds left. Again, out of nowhere, Bill Murray appears in the stadium like, how do
now,
people...
Now, this isn't quite true. He does have an explanation for this.
Does he?
Oh. Yeah. His explanation is, Bill, how are you here? And his response is, I'm friends with the director.
No, that's not... Is that seriously what he said?
I'm pretty sure that's what he says.
Oh, dear.
I kind of hate this film a little bit more. If that's his answer, oh God. So how are people just getting into Looney Tunes world? Like, it's so easy by the looks of things. I would have thought you just going down the hole.
Not the director, it's the producer is a friend of mine. Yes, I got it here. It says here, towards the end of the basketball game, Daffy asks Bill Murray, exactly how did you get here? To which Bill responds, the producer is a friend of mine, which was Ivan Reitman.
The barriers between Earth and the Looney Tunes world are weakening. If this basketball game isn't won, the worlds will combine. The conjunction of the spheres.
I must have blanked that out because that's really annoyed me now.
Can't cross the streams of the content though, come on, Sam.
Cross the stream. I like that.
Thank you, Foley.
Bill Murray comes in, fulfilling his dream, wanted to be an NBA player. He just comes in straight away like, okay, like, Bugs Bunny, you get on the left side. Loner Bunny, you do this, do that. Daffy, you do it. And Mark's like, Bill, we're defence. He's like, oh, yeah, you better listen to Michael then on this. But so Michael knows now, 10 seconds left, the fact, oh yeah, I'm in Looney Tunes world. Rules don't apply. But yeah, well done, Mike. Thank God you're the coach of this. To be fair, there's a funny moment though. Bill Murray tells Daffy Duck to play dirty. So like at one point, when they're getting ready, just Mark's the big guy, like the big monster. He goes like a rugby helmet on. He just gets his leg.
It's American football.
American football.
Yeah. Rugby.
And when the whistle blows, I think he just says it's gut punching time. He just zooms and just goes straight into like, the guy's stomach. Went, that's pretty badass. I like that. Yeah. You got Bill Murray being Bill Murray, like, oh, go left. No, I'm not. I'm passing the ball, like, you know. So eventually Michael Jordan gets the ball. And again, time is going very slowly during these moments. It's like, he goes, 9. You got Daffy Duck. You got Bugs Bunny doing all this. 8. It's like, oh God. Then he's like, it's Looney Tunes. It has to be the explanation.
Yeah.
But it makes me laugh every time though. Because like, as Michael Jordan gets the ball, he jumps in the air, doesn't he? Doing his iconic, you know, what he's known for. But it makes like all the monsters are grabbing onto him. Like, they must weigh a fuck ton if they squish that guy to like a flat pancake.
Yeah.
But it's the fact he's like 3, and Bill was like, I'm open, Mike. He's like, don't think it matters now. But it's the fact he's like his arm stretches, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
it's,
With super dodgy, even for the 90s CG.
Nice.
it's just the way it stretches. It's like. Ugh. I was like, yeah, we won. That bit always stuck because when I was a kid, I was confused. Like, why is his arm just getting all stretchy for? But I felt that's all the things he could have done. He just uses it for that. Like, okay. But as you know, they win. It's a happy time, and then Dave DeVito gets pissed off, speaks down to the big monsters, and I think Monster goes, "You know, you are bigger than him." Like, oh yeah. They just stick him in a rocket and fire him back off to the planet. I'm like, okay, that's one way to deal with it. And then Michael Jordan goes, "You know, you have to return the talent now. Like, you have to return the skills." They transfer the powers back into that basketball. But the aliens don't want to go back to the planet, so like, we want to be loony with you. Like, that's really sweet. I don't know what happens with them. But then...
And then they never show up in a Looney Tunes property again.
No.
Yeah, they got locked up off screen.
Probably for the best.
Murdered off screen, more like. They dropped a safe on them, expecting them to have the same Looney Tunes treatment, and they just lifted it up, and it was just a bloody pulp on the floor, and they're like, ooh.
Let's play it safe for this one, no.
Let's see if it's a lighter safe this time. How does that one work? Nope, still dead.
Nope, still another heavy one.
You just got these monsters just queued up. Like, I don't really want my turn.
I don't really want to do it. Like, they don't really do much with the ending either. Because the ending I thought was flat. Stan is somehow perfectly fine after what happened to him. He's like,
Nice.
oh, Mike, you got 5 minutes of baseball game. Like, oh, fucking, alright, Stan, calm down. So I think they take the aliens' vehicle. They fly, it lands onto like the baseball pitch, and his like wife and kid are there. But then I looked this up. Apparently there was a scene where he did his last baseball, like he actually bats like the ball, but they don't show it. So it lands on the pitch. He waves. They just cuts to him the next day giving the NBA players back their powers. I'm like, that was such a big like. Oh, we got 5 minutes. Yeah, baseball. Yeah.
Like a cathartic moment, and then they just ignore it.
But the thing that kind of annoyed me, they kind of make it out to be a big thing, I guess. Like, Michael doesn't want to be a baseball player, he retired, he wants to be a baseball player. I kind of wish his kid, like, you know, like in these kind of films, when the family sees, like, the character, like their husband or, you know, their relative do so well. Like, imagine the kids being like Looney Tune World or like something, or the game of Looney Tunes taking place in the real world, like, and the family of there.
The way they should have done it is they should have just left the TV on, and then one of the other Looney Tunes drags the camera over the basketball court. I love the idea that everyone in the world can see this, and they're like, is that fucking Michael Jordan?
Michael fucking Jordan?
And the kids are just like, oh, this is so cool, they're doing this, and all the adults are like, fucking sell out.
I'm not thinking way too hard about this film, but like, it's in fact, it doesn't feel satisfying after an hour. Like, you spent like a whole hour of this. It's like, nothing really felt satisfying, really. His kids saw him wave on a pitch, like, okay, great. And then, the only thing that I do like about the ending, though, is when Michael Jordan does come back to, like, basketball, you see him in the end credits, like, you know, doing his stuff. But you got Bill Murray in the crowd. He's like tearing up and went, you know what? No, it really gets me angry. That should have been me, but I'm retired. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. It's like, Jesus. It's like, that's so stupid. I love it. But I did a little research. I did look on Wiki. I was looking at like how this film even came around. I don't think it's actually anything interesting at all. I think it was about Warner Brothers pairing up with like Nike as like commercials updating like the Air Jordans or something. Ivan Reitman wanted to do a story about basketball with Michael Jordan. I think voice actors who's done cartoon characters weren't taking it seriously. Like, I don't want to do this. But one of the voices, I think for the aliens, I could be wrong, Billy West voiced them, like the guy by Futurama.
Oh yeah, Billy West.
But the big thing is, which is really weird, that I think Warner Brothers were trying to find animated departments, the animation departments that worked on feature films before, and they found one. I feel like this is way too coincidental, and I don't know if you know this. Let's see. I found on the wiki.
Quest for Camelot.
What? You bastard.
Seriously?
Wait, is it actually that?
Yeah. So
Oh, no way.
it says that Warner Brothers
Oh,
contracted
sick.
more studios, including reassign the feature animation division in Glendale from working on Quest for Camelot to Space Jam.
I did not even know that.
I was like, oh, bit of trivia for the show. Come on.
Nice.
Bit of full circle there.
Man,
Yeah,
everything's
what-
connected.
Everything's connected. But it's my take. I wish I could just play like the outro, like "Welcome to the Space Jam." I just wish that was my outro for this, but I can't sing, so.
Nice.
I would ask you, by the way, one of the questions, but you've mostly gone over those, I think. Like you
Okay.
said, is there anything else in the film? You've mentioned Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Would you recommend the movie to anyone else?
I'll say I recommend it because it is a fun. Technically, it is a fun film. It's just I'd have to recommend it to people that don't. I sound like a right dick. I don't know. So that don't overthink it like I have done. Like, oh, I could do more of that. I could do more of that. It's like, no, just watch a stupid film.
Enjoy it for what it is,
Yeah.
not what it could have been.
If they did another film, which they did, and they still fucked it, no, I'm alright. I'd say,
Was that Back in Action?
yeah.
Space
Oh no,
Jam
Legacy.
lads again.
Is it? Oh no, are you on about? No, I was on about like the Space Jam thing, but like.
Oh, right, I see, yes.
But no, but
My
I'd say
apologies.
Looney Tunes Back in Action is quite a decent film, but I'd always say the best, pretty much cartoon with live action is Roger Rabbit. It has to be. It's so perfect how they've done everything. Just they knew what they were working with and they made it work. Yeah, but yeah, Space
You
Jam.
know what? You know what the best live action with cartoon elements in thing that I've seen is?
Right.
What is it, Sam?
Enchanted.
To be
Because that's the
fair,
only one I
Foley.
remember seeing.
Charlie, can you describe in 4 words how this film made you feel?
in 4 words.
Enchanted.
You bastard. Because I've got 4 words that you could use, but...
How would you say? It was mildly entertaining.
Well, you didn't go, come on and slam. That's what you need to do.
I said,
Come on and
no,
slam.
Rhys, I said,
Or you could even go, welcome to the jam.
I could do the jam. Oh no, you know, I changed my mind.
Yeah?
Michael's sweaty boxer shorts.
Okay, good.
Blech.
I was
Yeah,
wondering
that's
where I was
my-
going.
That's
Okay.
that's my 4 words.
Okay.
Wonderful.
The slobby shorts.
Lovely. And on that note, a word from our sponsors.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, guys, I need a fucking piss.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I guess we're all
Thank you,
going.
sir, Philip.
All right, let's go. I'll join you.
Are you a weak loser? Do you have the need for gains? Use the manly extraterrestrial testosterone for real men. But when you need to show those pussy how a man plays sports. On the court, on the green, on the pitch, any sport, you can dominate. Want to have the body of a Greek god? Yeah, right. Those guys were wusses. Get the body of a true hot-blooded king. Extraterrestrial testosterone. Get it now. Introducing all new Diet Extraterrestrial Testosterone for when you need gains, but don't want to gain that much mass. Yeah, right. That's for wimps. Gains gives you mass. We prove it with math, but that's for nerds. Extraterrestrial testosterone from Green Canyon Pharmaceuticals, a subsidiary of Hazmat Uniform Limited.
Okay, what have I been up to recently myself? Not a huge amount again. It's not been doing that much, unfortunately.
Secret
I mean, there was 2 films that I can think that I watched. I watched Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
Nice.
Ah.
Yeah,
A lot of
actually.
fun. A lot of fun, that film.
Yeah.
I watched The A-Team.
Which one? Was this-
The Liam Neeson, Bradley Cooper, Sharto Copley. I love Sharto Copley. I fucking love him.
Which one's he? Is that the pilot?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
plays Murdoch,
Yeah.
the pilot.
No, yeah.
Did we watch that in form, by the way, Sam? Like years ago when we had DVD stuff. You know,
Oh.
people brought in a DVD and we watched a
You
DVD.
may have done.
I think
feel
we
like I
did,
remember.
yeah. And honestly,
Huh.
the escape that they pull when they get him out of the psych ward is so funny because they just put a film on called The Greater Escape, and there's just the credits just sort of rolling through, and obviously he knows what's about to happen, so he's watching for it. But then as soon as like the vehicle in the film just gets to the front of the projector, a vehicle bursts through the wall. It's so fucking good.
All about time. And the tank scene's insane as well. When they have to
Oh, I love that scene. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I love it.
Have to fire the tank to propel themselves away. Like, that's
Yeah.
insane.
It's just the way. It's just they're like, oh, in the plane. We're not in the plane.
It's Mr. T. It's like, oh my god, I don't like this. I don't like this.
But
You know
the
what?
other main thing... Oh, sorry, you continue?
No, I was going to say, it's actually a surprisingly fun film. Actually.
Yeah, I'd say it's unfortunately, I would say it's not a great film.
No.
And I have a strange feeling that they had some rights issues with some of the original music
Right.
because they just don't tend to use it enough. I haven't looked into it at all, so it might be completely bollocks. However, there are so many moments in that film where I'm there like, this would have been a perfect time to use one of the most famous TV themes of all time, and they don't.
What, the
They'll
Batman?
use an orchestral... Thank you. But they'll use an orchestral theme at points in the film, and right at the end, where it's like, if you need them, then maybe you can call the A-Team.
Ba,
That'd be
ba,
such a good...
ba.
Yeah,
Doesn't
exactly. No, it's just like, it just goes... And you're like,
happen.
you little
Yeah,
cock tease.
this is a big letdown, to be honest. Yeah.
But the other thing that I've been getting into, we've been getting a bunch of magic packs, and Sam is already aware
The
of
Gathering or like
these.
Magic
Yes,
the
Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering. Yes, Sam is aware of these because I have messaged him about this before. Basically, these are weird, wacky cards. It's the Un line. It's like Unfunity and a bunch of other ones, and they've got really bizarre and weird rules. So if I just draw a card, this one is called Goblin SWAT. The description reads, say, Goblin SWAT team. Put a +1/+1 counter on Goblin SWAT team unless an opponent swats the table within 5 seconds.
Amazing.
So basically, while this card's in play, you got to say Goblin SWAT team. Unless your opponent slaps the table, you get to put a +1/+1 counter and just buff your monster.
Oh, okay.
Like, your opponent has to actively go and just smack the table.
You know what would be sick actually? If you had like weird synergies with ones where like if your opponent knocks the table at all, you get a +1 token or some crap on something else, and then you play that one afterwards, and it's like what you
Go
gonna
on, which
choose,
one
mate?
you gonna buff, boy? Which one are you buffing? There's one card that I've got in my deck. He's called Dr. Julius Jumblemorph, and he's a dinosaur. And Rosie played a card which was get a person outside of the game to choose a card in your hand, and then you discard that card. And so I messaged Sam a picture of my hand.
Right, yes, I
You
remember this.
remember it now, yeah. I sent him a picture of my hand, and there were like 4 cards in it, and I was like, choose a card, and he chose the one that was a dinosaur, which was Dr. Julius Jumblemorph. And so I had to discard that, and I was like, how dare you make me discard that card?
Right,
He went,
this was like several weeks ago, and I'm only just now getting the context for it.
yes.
You didn't explain
yes.
to
I
me.
did not tell him.
I just didn't ask.
So it's like, Sam, look at these cards.
I was like, yeah, that one.
I was like, you made me discard it, and he went, look, dude, I think the exact wording was, dude, if you put a dinosaur in front of me, I'm going to choose the dinosaur.
Yeah, I can't not pick that.
Sam is a
Yeah.
simple man. He sees a dinosaur, he was choosing.
It's
I
a
mean,
lot
he
of
had like
fun,
a
though,
monocle
to
and stuff as well. He's a professor.
Especially,
Yeah,
what's his name again? The dinosaur.
Dr. Julius Jumblemorph.
Yeah, why wouldn't you not go for that?
He's kind of currently my boss monster, but that's likely to change soon because I'm doing a little bit of a deck remucking about. One of the cards is quite funny. If I can find it, it's a shiny one, so it's a bit easy to find.
Has he got a gas
He
mask?
says it does not have a gas mask, unfortunately.
Aww.
Don't. You
It's
don't.
Pretty good basketball there.
It's an enchantment, I believe, so it doesn't quite do that
Oh,
kind of
like
thing.
enchanted.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think anybody actually contradicted me about it being the best one.
To be fair though, it is the
And
sequel's a bit shit, but
There's a sequel.
Oh dear.
enchantment, the first one, it's really
Yes.
It's when he
There
sings
it
in the
is.
park, he's run over by cyclists and like yeah.
Yeah, that's quite funny.
I like it. He just like impales a bus from above. Oh, man.
Oh, I need to watch that again. Oh,
Yeah,
so
we
this-
went on a school trip to see that. Were you with me, Rhys? Or was that? I think that might have been primary school.
What? Just see the
No,
film?
yeah.
I-
Our entire school just went on a school trip to see that film.
What the
It was bizarre.
I did that in primary school as well, but I went to see Cars, so I think you got the much better experience out
I
of
feel
this
like
deal.
probably.
Your school
It's just
sounds
like that. I don't know what the
cool.
occasion was. It's the only time anything like this happened. We just like trailed into the back of the View Cinema through the entrance I had no idea existed.
Sneaking in.
VIP
boy.
entrance, obviously.
Yeah, I'll read this card and I'll tell you how annoying it really is. It's at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, basically the start of their turn, that player moves a permanent he or she controls to touch cramped bunker and no other permanent. So basically you put this on their field and at the beginning of each of their turns they need to put a new card touching this card
Right.
and not touching any other card. Otherwise, they have to sacrifice the card that they're putting down. So basically that means every land, basically everything has to start touching Crap Bunker until they cannot control more cards. And it's just a really annoying but stupid card to deal with. It's just a lot of fun.
That sounds mental.
So yeah, because I guess there's only so many cards you can fit around it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, the game gets ridiculous. Now let's spin the wheel and see what happens.
Spin the wheel.
There's some stupid stuff on here.
No, Rhys, we need sophisticated topics.
Ooh, interesting one.
Which one?
What, in your opinion, guys, is the strongest superpower?
The strongest superpower.
I mean, the boring answer is just like, oh, I get to decide what happens. Yeah, in the end.
Like psychic.
Yeah.
It's just lame.
Uh,
If we go with like lower
that-
level,
'cause-
I don't know, Spider-Man tier.
Because it's very. There's different types of like.
I've got one that I always choose whenever this is brought up, and I will hold it off just for the moment.
Yeah, just lame.
No, I think it's interesting.
It's
Because
lame.
it's not one that you'd thank you. It's not one that you'd necessarily think of straight away. So what do you reckon, Foley? We'll go with you first.
I'm thinking the thing that comes to my mind. You know the villain? Because you know from the 2003 Hulk, like the early 2000s one, and like
Yeah.
and the villain can absorb everything he touches.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a powerful thing. It's the fact because he can actually turn into water. Like, so I think the fact he can manipulate himself to be a part of the environment. I think that's quite a strong power.
I think there's an X-Man with that ability. I think he's called Darwin. Funnily
Nah,
enough, and
you put a shiny rock in his stomach and he dies. According to that one film, it's so fucking stupid.
Oh wait, you on about X-Men First Class?
X-Men First
Say again?
Class, yes, Darwin, yeah.
But I thought he just turned to rock or something, didn't it? Or something like that.
Yeah, he does turn into stone because he gets blasted with energy, like a really powerful energy attack, and his body can't figure out a way for him to adapt to dealing with that attack in time, and so it just sort of like crumbles to stone and ash.
I remember
Which is
hearing that
funny.
like fans of the comics and stuff were like super salty because he's been able to adapt to like ridiculous world-ending stuff just easily enough.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, like
weird like conceptual attacks and stuff as well.
he is adapted in a microsecond to being hit with the blast of a nuclear bomb, and his body immediately just sort of went, "Oh, okay, I know how to adapt to this," and it's like, "Okay, cool, done."
So yeah,
Radiation
I'm
plus
at the
heat plus
epicenter of a nuke.
not that pussy. I'm on about Bruce Banner's dad from 2003.
Yeah.
Although the only thing that defeated the dad though was all of Bruce's rage and pain. That's the only thing that killed him technically.
Too angry.
No, wrong actually. He gets nuked. He gets nuked.
Oh.
Yeah, I just remembered.
Oh no.
That was
Yep,
it.
Sam.
But
What do you reckon?
If you're going for fun, pals,
Yeah, not something that's just, I like being strong because I can pummel people. It's like, fucking great. Piss
I
off.
think-
probability manipulation is like a, oh, I win type thing again. No.
Mine
Oh,
is a
that would be
manipulation, but it's
fun.
not probability. I mean,
How
that's kind of
about,
what
like-
Domino is. Isn't
What
it, from
about
X-Men?
Yeah, just luck. Yeah.
What about the perception manipulation? I mean, but like you convince people that you can do something, you can do it. Actually, I think that was.
Wait,
I
you
think
know,
I've read that in a manga at one point.
Well,
But yeah, that one's a fun one.
If you can convince someone you can do something, you can do it.
Yeah.
That just means you need a friend who
You're
is
just
the most
the
gullible
absolute
schmuck.
con artist. And the
sounds
more
like-
people you convince, the more powerful it
It
is.
sounds like you're describing Andrew
That
Tate.
sounds like a fun one.
It sounds like you're describing Andrew Tate. Look,
Jesus
guys,
Christ.
all you need is a lot of money and a bitch in the kitchen, and that's all you need. You're like,
And you can
Fuck,
breathe
man.
fire.
Yeah.
I swear.
and breathe fire.
Believe me in like 5 minutes, 'cause I really need this one quick.
Yeah. Just, I need at least 2 likes on this tweet, otherwise I am probably going to die. Don't ask why, but I do really quickly need to have bullet immunity right now. Don't worry that this isn't desperate or anything. But yeah, that sounds quite funny. You either just have a really gullible friend right next to you, or you can just like pull off some simple magic tricks, and as long as one person in the room believes it. Like, I love the idea that there's just a minion, and you just do the magic trick. You pull a coin from behind his ear, and you're like, and I can do that with anything. And they're like, whoa, like what? And because obviously they believe you now, from behind his ear, you just pull a gun out, and he's like, whoa, oh, and then immediately puts his hands up.
The
That's
thing
quite
is,
funny.
right, it's going to be like a chain effect where you're doing more and more bizarre shit, so people are starting to believe in more and more and more and more. But eventually,
Yeah.
if it comes out, boom, everything collapses. You got nothing. House of Cards
Yeah.
is falling down.
Are you describing Jesus?
I don't think that's House of Cards. but
What?
It's just him.
Oh, fuck. I wasn't expecting that comment from you.
This is just some similarities,
I mean,
you know?
My manipulation idea is it's time manipulation, because I just think that's more interesting, because it doesn't sound that powerful on the surface.
No, it sounds pretty powerful.
It sounds pretty powerful, but it sounds even more powerful when the fact that you can manipulate your body's time, you can go back and forward in time, you can manipulate time around you, so you can pause time, you can stop time, you can speed time up for you, so that you can go, like, reach a location real quick.
According to Heroes, you get brain tumours if you use time manipulation.
Sorry.
Yeah, but...
I love how he said, according to Heroes. So you get a break.
It's a definitive source. You gotta go get Siler
But a
to do
flash
some
did it, so
surgery.
they're
Yeah,
wrong.
but I'm going to ignore Heroes, because that
Well,
went the same route as
Can
Lost.
we just say, Superman reverses time, and he saved a lot of people, so I think it's safe.
That's true.
I
mean,
love-
in that, all you need to do is just know somebody called a same name as somebody else. That would be Superman. Yeah, as long as you know someone called Martha, you're probably going to live.
Yeah.
Martha.
Someone's about to pummel you in. You just as their fist is slowly going down, you just go, Martha, Susan, Joanna, and just list loads of names. And they're like, how do you know that name?
That-
just as immediately.
That just sounds like, you know, when fake sidekicks, like, are in the room, like, give me A, I'll get you an A. I just see that with Batman, he's being the shit. It's like, I got a B, an M. It's like,
Why'd you say the letter?
Mom? What are you saying,
The
Mom?
letter.
Mom?
No.
Mom?
Margaret. Smashing straight again.
It's like,
Like, Margaret, punch. Maria, punch. Martha, how do you know that name?
like, she speaks
Like-
to me.
I just had a feeling. That's all. And she's got like a giant bruise.
He's just
across
literally
half his
swollen.
Yeah.
Like, she's
Yeah.
saying, stop beating up this poor man. He needs money. You've been a naughty boy, Brucey. I mean, I don't know your identity.
face. Fuck's sake.
How do you know that name? That's my secret identity.
I can just...
I thought you could say your mum's told me. Your mum told me last night.
Your mother.
She's been dead for 20 years. I've got time manipulation. I went back and I found out.
I see it.
Turns out I'm your dad now. Anyway, powers-wise, I say that time manipulation is pretty fucking strong. Sam, what was your one again?
Convincing people that you have powers makes it happen.
That is a really cool power, it's got to be said. And yours was the baddie from the first Hulk movie.
Yeah. I don't know why you could absorb man. Like, is it like really bluntly?
Absorb a lot.
Oh,
No. Taste that chicken.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh my god, it's so
That
bad.
reminds me
Like-
of Fat Bastard actually.
I'd rather.
Yeah, it does a bit, yeah.
Oh, my mommy and daddy button. Sorry. Get in my belly. Technically, yeah, he is like a British version of
They
Fat
did.
Bastard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I'd rather
Well,
not.
Fat Bastard's Scottish, right?
Yeah, I was going to say British, he's Scottish.
No, a British version of Fat Bastard.
Yes, and Scotland is in Britain.
No, it's not. Don't say that to people. They don't like
Not anymore.
people. Yeah,
Well, not for long, to be fair.
yeah. They don't like.
Gonna kick those bastards out.
Ireland is not in the UK. Well,
So yeah, it's the Scottish that don't. Oh fuck it. No, the Scottish don't like the English either. Really?
no one likes it.
No, no one likes it.
We don't like
We
the-
don't like it.
You saying we as in England or Wales?
Both.
Yeah.
I speak for both. I speak
I-
for Wales and England.
We
We
hate-
hate
I speak for the
England.
trees. Yes, well I speak for Wales.
I speak for Wales.
trees.
They called you a cunt.
And so, oh wait, they called me one as well. So no, yeah.
Turns out the whales are just constantly insulting people.
Hey, you've got an ugly hat.
They're just taking the piss when they surface to blow out water.
Yeah, it's just one of them has laughed really hard, and they need to go to the surface for air to then just get more air.
They're laughing when they were taking a drink. They're just spraying out water.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention, by the way, is when it comes to playing Magic, playing my magic deck. My deck is green. The mana is green.
Okay.
Sam, what else is green?
Ah, the
It's
grass is green now on the other side.
Awful tangent. It's not a tangent, it's a segue.
That's the one. It's the termination of a tangent.
The grass is
That's
Yeah.
greener.
Determination to live on. So go on, Sam. What's
But
your
it's
game
true.
called?
Greener grass awaits.
Yes.
So what? The green?
Greener grass awaits. Greener,
Greener.
more green.
More green.
Grass. It
Grass.
grows on your lawn.
Another fucking
Awaits.
aphorism.
Right.
It's awaiting. Greener grass awaits.
The greener.
And it's a quirky first-person golf game, which is quite cool. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think,
So,
I think Foley might have already figured out what the connection is from that reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
On the off chance that anyone's listening that hasn't played this, you should go play it. It's fun, and it's like an hour long and it's free. So there you go.
Oh, it's a short.
Totally,
game,
that
then.
includes you. So to go play
No.
it. And then no.
I don't do it, but
Yeah.
Bunny's available in it.
Yeah. All right. So
What happens instead now?
greener grass awaits. You boot the game up, and it hits the main menu. So you've got a view of the back seat of your car. I know it's shocking that it hits the main menu.
Why are you going from there?
What? That's what happens when you launch the game. You set in the scene, all right?
I've never
So
seen
you-
Rhys so gobsmacked like.
I did this with Brutal Legend as well.
I don't remember you doing that.
But neither do I.
No, I do. Remember
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
I mean, it made a bit more sense at the time. But no. So you got the main menu, right? You got the options on the bottom, and you got a view of the back seat of your car. You got a bag with the golf clubs in it, and in the background you can see the road going past, and the sky is it's slightly darkening. It's getting like towards evening. Yeah, go on. What are you
So
gonna say?
did you go to the options and just saw the settings and all that?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. What,
There's no graphic settings
no graphic settings.
really. I think it was like less trees or something, like lower quality vegetation, and that was it.
Oh, okay.
Right, there
Any
you go.
subtitles?
I mean, it's an indie game. Keep it.
Subtitles are on by default.
It's an indie game. It's an indie game.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
That's the first thing I checked. There's no option to disable motion blur, so
Ah,
bit of a shame.
bit
Yeah.
nauseating. Yeah.
Yeah, sickening. But there wasn't any need for it, so that's fine. Yeah. The VSync, yeah, there wasn't any option for that either. Anisotropic filtering, no, nothing for that. There was
Sam, can you hurry the fuck up?
There's
with
just,
this?
it seems to be like no option for anything. It's like, yeah, no worries about that.
yeah. All right. So the text, right? The font. It's very simple looking, right? It's just a white font with black outline. It looks kind of like something you just like shove in like an image editor. Like,
Okay.
not paint, but that's a pretty simple looking,
Yeah.
which is intentional. You can see from the graphics, it's fully 3D, but it's like very like retro. It's got very obvious things, so like zigzags on when you got diagonals. You got like haze, distortion. It looks like a PS1 game-ish, but probably better looking. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going for that sort of style.
When did this game come out?
HD PS1.
Yeah.
Oh, last year I think.
What? It looks like a PS1 game.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
intentional.
intentional.
It's stylistic.
Oh,
It's
so
like-
that's
it's like
okay.
Lethal.
I got
It's like Lethal Company, but like tastefully done.
Tasteful.
Wow.
All right, so
I ain't gonna deny it.
you
Yeah,
can actually
right.
see things in this. It's amazing. So you hit begin, right? And it comes up. You get to choose your skin color because why not? I guess you hit that, and it's like, you ready? There you go. Spooky.
It's got, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah. So there you go. You load in. You're in the world. You're standing in a car park. So in front of you, there's some stairs leading up to the Green Canyon Golf Club. Pretty neat. Behind you, there's a car park. Yeah, cool. If you just turn around and head for the exit of the car park, you sort of approach it, and then like the invisible wall sort of fades into view, kind of, and it's got it's just lines and lines and lines and lines of text, just saying stuff like, "I love golf. Golf is my passion. Golf forever. Yes, golf. I long for golf green. Golf, golf, golf. I'm green for golf. Golf forever. Nothing will make me stop. I still want to golf. I love the golf ball and golf." Just infinitely over and over and over, and it's like all
Right.
handwritten stuff.
So do they like basketball then, do they?
Yeah.
I mean,
To be a baseball player, but they switched to basketball.
that seems very, I don't know, kind of terrifying. Like, I love basketball. Like, someone's just strapped there for years. Like, just like, been forced to, like, love this sport.
Yeah. On the screen when you load in, these words appear saying "Enter the club," and these appear quite often. It's your character. Some of them are in first person. They give like directions of what to do or hints every now and then. And yeah, so you go. You try the door on the club. It just sort of rattles. It's locked because it's past closing time. It's heading towards evening. Go find a way in. So you look around, and yeah, there's some boulders near the fence. All right, you head over to those, and you climb them in a loading screen.
Naughty boy.
And you load into the first level, the first hole. Hole 1 is golf. So the sun is setting. It's ahead ahead of you, right? It's framed between these two massive canyon walls, and it looks pretty damn nice considering the graphics. It's a really nice art style and everything. The colors use really well. If you hit tab, you get a golfing manual come up, and it's titled Chapter 8, the video game method. It says something along the lines of like, sunlight-deprived learners may benefit from this tried and true method. Effectively, it's like the entire thing is supposed to be a manual for golfing, and it's like, all right, if you're too much of a dumbass to pick it up with the normal method, here's a video game analogy. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that pretty much gives an overview of the gameplay and the controls. If you press R, you place your bag down. You can then grab the club you want from it. You got the driver and you got the putter. Pretty neat. There's no like messing around with 5-iron and 3-wood or.
You don't need the other ones.
No wedges, nothing like that.
No Squire.
I know nothing about golf. Yeah, you got to pick the bag back up.
Does that count?
No.
I can see Rhys just going to
You're
a
not a
golf
true
play,
golfer.
just with the remote. It's like, where's your driver bag? It's like, I used a Wii. It's like, oh fuck me. It's like, just swinging.
Like a golfer comes up and sees you. Hey, you much of a golfer? I've got like hundreds of hours. Oh really? In Wii golf, it just walks off.
That's it. You just wanted to brag about it. It's like, yeah, I'm winning.
I'm just imagining the situation where you just like pull up your golf bag and you open it and there's just like 7 different Wiimotes in it.
You've got the nunchuck add-ons. So cool.
Yeah.
Ah man. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, you got the bag, you take the golf club out, you have to then press R to pick it back up again, or you have to go back and get it from wherever, and doing that pushes the club back into it. So yeah, effectively you can leave it behind, which isn't ideal, and if you want to switch, you've got to have it nearby. Pretty neat.
Right.
So E is interact, and when you golf in, it's usually used to either pick up the ball or place the ball down, or sort of go into like actual swinging mode on the ball. When you're in that mode, you can rotate around it, which changes the angle, and that's using the direction keys. You click to like start swinging, and you like drag the club and left and right to actually like hit it, and the faster you move, the harder you hit the ball, the more powerful it is. And you judge where the ball's aimed by looking at it's got like 3 dots on the ball, and you just look perpendicular to that. You kind of guess where it is.
I'm gonna take a chance. Like,
yeah, you judge it. Yeah, you use that. You play a couple of holes. It's pretty neat. It's got really nice sounds on this game. It's got nice ambient sound. You got the wind rustling. You got like nice crunchy footsteps. The ball hitting the thing sounds nice. You got vegetation sounds. It's all pretty nice. When you hit the second hole, you get this kind of weird sort of haunting synth music in like a pleasant way. It's like from some like melancholy sci-fi film or something. It's really nice. And you're just playing golf while the sun's like gradually setting. Yeah.
What's with the creepy music?
It's
golf
nice,
for you, scary.
yeah. Golf.
I mean, it sounds like quite a chill game, to be honest. Though you said it's like haunting but sci-fi.
Yeah, it's pretty chill.
Yeah.
It feels like you're having like some like weird, meaningful moment. So yeah, you finish hole 3. Obviously, you have to pick the ball back up from the hole, right? So you bend down, you pick it up, and you stand back up, and it's like, "Hey, the course is closed." And there's a security guard that spotted you, comes up to him. The screen zooms in on him as this sort of sound plays. And then it cuts out and it pops up with 2 choices of things you can say. And one is, I didn't know. And the other is, I know.
Fuck you.
So obviously you pick, I know. And he's like, well, what it is. So you should get going. And then the camera again zooms in, but it goes like even further and even more intense sounding. And she's starting to look slightly like weirded out. It's just like... 2 more choices pop up, and it's probably or I know. You pick I know again. But you should get going. I know.
I know.
So the guard's just like, okay, I'm getting out of here. Don't break anything.
I bet you freaked him out that much. Like, too much sass for me for one night.
Yeah. So yeah, you just continue playing golf. Yep. So by the 4th hole, the sun is fully set, and the moon is now up. So you're playing by moonlight. It's pretty neat. Got nice shadows in this game. Yeah. So my next note is hole 6. You're just playing holes 4 through 5 pretty normally. Hole 6 is a little bit trickier than before because if you overshoot the green, right, then you end up on the opposite side of the hole, and then you have to play around the bloodied, motionless body of that guard from earlier, and that obviously gets in the way of your swings. So yeah, that's golf. You continue playing golf. Right?
Don't dwell on it, Foley. Don't dwell on it. We're moving on. We're just moving on.
What did you just say about? Did you say something about bloody bodies?
Just the one.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
So we're moving on, Foley. We're moving on. What's the next hole like, Sam?
Yeah, the music is started off kind of haunting but pretty chill, and now it's getting like more and more like sinister and oppressive, starting to building a lot of tension as it goes along. But I mean, you're playing golf, so that's expected. A couple of holes later, you tee off, and there's like a sting in the music. You look behind, and there's a man there. He's got glowing eyes.
Oh!
His face has been cut such that he's got a permanent, like, massive smile there. He's got his, like, all of his teeth are exposed, like, fully. You know what I mean? Really nice. He's as in, like, he's had like a thing carved out of his face. Yeah, he's staring at you. If you look away from him, he approaches. It's a bit like a weeping angel style thing. If you look at him too long, he just fucking sprints at you. If he reaches you, he tears your throat out.
Yep.
And obviously that's not great for you. So
Just want to golf.
So now you're bouncing, playing golf while making sure to keep an eye on this guy, the monster. Though not for too long, right? And you also have to remember to grab your golf bag, and you got to aim well, otherwise you go over par. Yeah, I went over par on every hole.
Oh, that's not so good.
Yeah, well you know how it is. I'm not a golfman.
What is going on? What?
So have you never played golf?
Not like this, no!
Well, it's quite fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just remember also if you swing to swing the club, right, you have to swing your camera, which can be a bit dangerous if the monster's close enough to you, because you can get him off frame for a bit and then just you're dead. So, anyway, you're playing along, you're managing him, you finish the hole, and as you pick up the ball, he just runs off. So, pretty nice.
Good.
Yep. So for the next couple of holes, that guy doesn't show up again, nor does anybody else. The music, right, is really good, and it's gotten even more oppressive, and it's just incredibly tense, even though there's nothing happening. Right, there's like rustling in the bushes and stuff as you go by, and it's like just going along. It's great. So you get to one of the later holes. I didn't write down which number, but you pick up the ball. You finish the hole. You pick up the ball. Another guy appears wearing a polo shirt with the logo of the club on it, green something or other club, Green Canyon maybe.
Canyon.
He says, "What are you still doing here? And who are you?" And he's got like a kind of slightly worried voice, and it's got the. As it zooms in, and you got the options. I'm golfing. A golfer. It's just like, what do you think I'm doing? So yeah, obviously you pick one of those. He doesn't look great. The guy's just like, well, stay away from the caddy house. It's bad. And then, as it starts zooming in again, it does the sound, and it almost drowns out him going, "Are you okay?" I'm not done, or I'm fantastic. He's like, "Oh well, I'm going," and he just legs it. So
Why are people just running away from you?
to be fair, the security guard didn't actually run away. He just stayed there and
So I
watched
don't
you.
get paid enough to do with people like you.
Yeah. You get to hole 10, and finally another monster appears. So, unlike the first one, right, he appeared as soon as you teed off. This guy, you tee off, you do a couple more hits, and bam, he appears. You've had you've had a few holes where no monsters appeared after the first hit, and on this one you've had a hit and then a couple more hits. So, okay, cool, I'm safe, and then a monster's there. So yeah, unlike the first one, he doesn't disappear when you pocket the ball, or whatever it's called in golf. Instead, he then follows you as you continue along the path heading to the next hole. Backwards is how I did it, so he didn't kill me.
Right.
And guess what? On hole 11, he's joined by another one. So now you're bouncing two of these guys. These are weeping angel freaks, while also trying to play golf. That's pretty neat. If you kind of like move yourself around so they're behind each other, and then sort of let them like get close enough, sort of together, so they end up just being clumped on top of each other. You can just treat them more or less as one person.
Can I say it is very weird seeing Rhys smile?
Yeah.
Oh god. That's
How's your happy smile?
That's horrifying. Jesus Christ.
That's pretty much how they look.
Oh, maybe it's Rhys then following you. No.
Sorry.
Oh, well, that is terrifying.
What do I play golf?
Is that why the
with?
police stopped you at night? Because you had glowing eyes and a smile?
That's just what I'd normally go out with on a night.
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe that's why last time the police were so suspicious of me.
Yeah.
It's my glowing eyes, isn't it?
No, why are we going for this
Avoiding
jog?
smile.
We're at a golf course again.
Anyway, you so on that hole, you get the ball to the green, and the first one runs off, the one from the last hole. And then you pocket that, and the second one that turned up runs off as well. So you get to hole 12, which is I think the next one, and the world is bathed in crimson. The sky is red, the walls are red, you're red probably. You can't really tell. The
You're
ball
red.
is red, everything's red. Ooh. And you got two monsters on you again, pretty neat. Anyway, you complete the hole, and you head on to the caddy house, which that guy I warned you about earlier. Yeah, that's on the way. You head on inside. You slam the door behind you as like one of the guys like "Rawr" at it, and there you go. You're inside now. There's a few things you can interact with. Like you can pick up leaflets about golf and stuff like that. There's some locked doors you can like rattle a bit, and there's some unlocked doors you can open. So eventually you go through it. You find your way into a room in which that one guy you spoke who had the golf polo top on. He's dead. He's bloody, and he's got a grin cut into his face like the last guy, like the monsters as well. Pretty neat. Yeah, there's also a big shadow in that room, so you can walk into that.
I mean, that's all pretty standard stuff so far, really, for golf.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty standard. Yeah. Tiger Woods shit. Yeah.
Obviously, for hole 13, you emerge into a Grecian cultist altar surrounded by darkness.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a standard hole 13, really, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So there's a forest around the altar. So effectively, the altar is it's like, I don't know, 5 meters wide, circular. Around it is just darkness, and you can just about see trees scattered around this big forest. There's an occasional, like, flaming torch, that sort of thing. You can't see any hint of the sky. It just seems to be darkness above and around. Yeah, everything here has got like a layer of static on it. There's 2 big marble pillars that got flames at the top. Pretty neat. So you've got the big, rectangular altar. It's got a transparent body, right, under which is a bunch of blood. So you can just about see like an outline of a body, and that's it. And you can also see the teeth really, really well. They're completely physical for some reason. But there's a diagonal, sloping channel leading down from it, in which you can see that in the middle of it there's blood. Think like like when you're forging something, you got like the channels that the molten iron runs down.
Yeah,
kind of like that, but with blood. Yeah. At the end of that, it rises up into like a big chalice, which is just also filled with blood, presumably from the altar. And resting in that is a blazing bright golf incandescent. Yeah, the music here, it's kind of like sort of several creepy slow chants, right, at different tempos, and you just put them on top of each other discordantly. Okay. So that's pretty unsettling. Obviously, so you're playing golf, so you take the ball and you start golfing your way through the forest. The ball, it's glowing, so it emits light in about a 3 meter radius. When you're outside of light in this place, you get like flashes of monstrous ghostly faces that just kind of flicker into view and then disappear, that sort of thing. And the audio goes spooky as it does. And the longer you're out of the light, the more distorted your vision gets, more frequently faces get. The colors like get darker, but then go into negative, so you can see again more brightly, but everything's like just completely inverted colors. Eventually, the faces they've been flickering, they manifest actually physically for a moment, like an instant, vanish, leaving behind just the like glowing red eyes, and then boom, everything's black, and presumably you're dead or worse. But that's golf.
Yeah, that's golf for you, baby.
Yep.
That's golf.
Yep. So also throughout the forest, there are these ghostly figures. They seem to be dancing, but they're like frozen in time. You can like you get stopped if you try and walk through them, but the ball goes through them. So yeah, I guess. And they've got these massive glowing smiles, and if you look away from them, they seem to have changed position, changed dancing pose. Yeah.
But they changed poses.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, standard.
I guess they're having fun dancing. Yeah, and they've got these this super exaggerated, amused of eyes. Obviously, they're always smiling because they've got the carved out smile, but the eyes are like super exaggeratedly happy. Yeah, you're going through this dark forest. You come across a temple or something eventually, which has an entrance which is kind of blocked by like interlinking brambles. You get a direction popping up on your screen saying, "Find and pop the blister" in that text that goes. Not too far away, there is a sort of pulsating red growth on a nearby tree, which is making like a quite loud sound when within like 5 meters or so of it, so you can find it, and it's also visible in the darkness, which is nice. So that thing's like 1.5 meters up in the air. I tried for a while, and I can't get the ball anywhere near high enough. I opened the golfing manual. It turns out this entire time you could hold right click and it would give you a line that shows where the ball trajectory is going, rather than just judging it perpendicular to the little 3 dots that I've been doing the entire time.
Oh no!
So that would have been useful. Yeah. Yeah. And I did pretty well considering that. But yes.
I think you definitely become a pro after all the obstacles you've overcome.
Yeah, I didn't mention this either actually at any point, but the game, right? Playing it through the first time, and you'd move forwards, right? But sometimes it would just kind of stop, or if you like move forwards and then press right or something, it would like just kind of not register it. So just be going forwards or just stop completely. Right. And I was like, this is weird. Sure, maybe it's because I put it on Steam so I could count the hours, like the overlays, like interfering with it or something. Don't know. I'll fix it at some point, I guess. Nope. Turns out that my controller, which wasn't doing anything, wasn't actually being used by the game, was just fighting for inputs in it. So for some reason, it was it was just making like the movement just so bloody awkward.
Add more to the experience.
Yeah, unplug that and wait, because I wasn't sure if it was like the overlay or like an intended thing to make it more difficult to side strafe, because that makes it easier to deal with the monsters, you know. And it was mostly happening with the moving sideways. Yeah, it was a lot nicer after I got rid of that.
I mean,
But yeah,
sounds it.
yeah.
I don't know
So,
how easy it would be to play a game without a strafe at this point. Right.
Yeah, with the trajectory projection thingy, you can adjust the height on it, and then you just need to aim it at the thing and smack the ball, and boom, it's gone.
Pop that blister.
That's right. You
Pop
pop
that
the blister. So you head on in through the entrance, which is now open, and inside the tree, you get the words "kill the tree." So you gently put the ball into the tree, and just blood sprays out. Pretty
Lovely.
neat. And
that
yeah,
it
as soon as
normal?
that happens, boom! The eerie chanting ambience that's been going on this entire time just cuts out, and you're just left alone. Obviously, this is feeling kind of dangerous. That's happened. Usually, silence in golf is a bad thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's only one way out, which is the way you came. So you start going that way, and the camera just lurches at the weird angle. It zooms in on this sort of grey, mangled face, which is barely visible in the darkness, and in this weird and like barely intelligible speech with subtitles, fortunately, it says, "Abandon this endeavor. You cannot kill a god. Everyone joins me eventually." Yeah.
Nice.
I'm guessing
Yep,
that's like.
That does make sense. That does make sense.
Yeah.
Is this like recruiting for like a golf member?
Yeah.
Like why join the.
No, it's just fairly standard golf stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm very uneducated with this whole golf thing. So
Yeah,
it's all-
we can tell.
Yeah.
We know.
So you pick yourself up from the floor. You've got no ball at the moment.
Oh.
Because you putted it into the tree.
You pop the blister.
Yeah, so you putted the ball in the tree, so that's gone now. Maybe it's expended, who knows. So you're in the darkness, so the faces are starting to come up. So you're sprinting through the forest. You're slowly inching your way through the bushes that are in the way and trying to get to light source. You just about make it. The light source is the temple the altar where you started, and the body on it is now it's not corporeal. You can see who it is. It's the guy that died in the caddy cabin. Nice. Yep. So once again, there's a ball in that bloody chalice. You can grab that. You head off into the darkness. You've got a new instruction that pops up. Find the temple. Okay, different temple presumably. Maybe the first one wasn't a temple. So you're playing your way through. The music gets even more oppressive when a monster appears now in the darkness. It's got like this heavy breathing sort of thing on top of the really just stressful music it's already got.
God, it's so annoying when they do that because it always just
I love
distracts you from your golf swing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
man.
what golf
Yeah.
So now you're having to manage playing the golf, manage this guy trying to eat you, trying to avoid being eaten by the darkness itself, if I'm staying in it too
What,
long.
the band?
Better?
Sorry. No, sorry. Got mixed up. Sorry. Go on.
All right. You gotta make your way to the next temple. Realize it's again barred by brambles. Look around for the blister, which is nowhere near this time. So you gotta try to figure out where that is. All the while, I'm trying not to be murked, which is tricky because it's pretty damn hard to navigate. Very stressful. It's great. And eventually you find it, and when you get near it, when you pop it, another monster shows up. So now you got two of them on you
That's
in the
really
darkness.
annoying.
You don't remember where you came from because you've gone like just around trees and everything trying to find your way here. And so you're completely disoriented. There's two monsters on you. You just huddle in by the ball trying to figure out which way to go. Eventually you misjudge and you die. Or at least I do.
That's annoying.
But it turns out pretty neat. They gave you a checkpoint when you got the blister, which I was not expecting at all. Yeah, I was expecting to have to do the entire bit again. Yeah, when you got killed, it popped up a thing saying the ball removes flesh. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Of
Spooky.
course.
Neat. And so I continued playing golf, trying to avoid these guys. I launched a ball near one of them, and he just like legs it. I don't actually think that's related, but it got me like, why would he disappear? So that was the second one that turned up. So he was only there for like a couple of minutes. So I thought it was really weird that he left early, and so I was like, maybe that ball removes flesh thing wasn't just like spooky wording. I mean, the ball is blazing bright now, and obviously it didn't work when I tried earlier to hit him with a normal ball, but the blazing one made that work. So I tried a try shot, I hit one, with it, and his torso just fucking explodes, boom, blood everywhere.
Yeah, that does.
He's
tend
like,
to
yay!
Yeah.
I mean, I'm playing no
what
experience with the golf. I
occurrences.
should have. But yeah.
I mean, you don't
There you go.
necessarily think to do it straight away, but
Yeah,
it's the sort of thing that you go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Right. Yeah.
Slipped
Pretty
my
simple
mind.
But yeah. Man, being able to get rid of them is such a relief because it's such a nightmare navigating around. But yeah, so again, you've picked up the blister at this point. So you head back to the temple. Yeah, kill another tree. The music stops again, and the big creepy grey face from before let's interview. It's absolutely colossal now. It's like you got like just a hint of it peering into the doorway leading into this place, and it says, "Now I realise who I'm talking to. No matter. Your suit of flesh is fragile. I'll break it open and you will pour out. And you get a boss fight. It starts off, you're picking yourself up from the floor. You close up of his eye as his massive face leers at you from pretty up close. It's his face is like distorted. It's fucked up. It's got like one side pulled up, just squishing that eye almost close. And the mouth is also cut into a big old grin, like all his victims. He says, which is obviously kind of unintelligible, but when you know what he's saying, you can actually hear it, which is, that body will be the last sacrifice I need. You cannot keep that world. I will take your dinner from you. Yeah, pretty neat. So obviously you got a hint of the music there. It's tense, but it's not like overbearing and stressful like the other ones were. It's pretty cool. It's like got like a sort of clock ticking rather kind of vibe to it.
Okay.
It's cool. Yeah. So boss fight. You're on a round floating platform, maybe like 10 meters wide. Platform. It's surrounded by effectively the forest from before, the dark forest, but it's massive in the background. The creepy god's head is poking up from below the platform as if he's got the rest of his body down there. He'll sort of alternate leering at you, just staring with his big old smile, and he'll drop down and then raise up his giant, extremely detailed grey hand and then slam it down, try and squish you with it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So all of his moves, they're well telegraphed. It's cool. It's not an overly difficult boss, which is fine. It's nice. Yeah, you've got to keep on your toes and stuff, but it's not like extremely difficult. So on the floor, there's a bunch of small rocks which you can play golf with, naturally, just like in normal golf. And in the center is a big tree, moderate sized tree, which has fruit on it, but they're not fruit, they're actually glowing golf balls. What you do is you play golf using the rocks on the ground, smack them up into the tree, that knocks a golf ball down if you hit the right place, and then you use that to hit the god. Yep.
Yeah, that's again standard stuff.
Pretty standard hole 18, yeah.
Hole 18.
Yeah.
I never
So
knew you do that.
you
Golf.
hitting the first time, well, clearly not pro.
Yeah, I was going to say, you haven't played that much golf.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Maybe third rate, not even second rate, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm afraid. Sorry, mate. Even I admit I'm a bit more of a second rate golfer.
Okay,
not very good.
Yeah.
What level are you
At least
at
I
then?
don't
What level
I'm
are
1.5 rate.
Yeah, he's not quite first rate, but he's
No.
much better than me. He's much better than me.
Well, you
Yeah.
half
You
one?
can say that he's half a level above me. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's exponential, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get that to the third rate suit. I will.
Yeah. Good luck. It takes a bit of getting to get.
Yeah. So you smack this guy with one of the glowing golf balls, and a chunk of his face is blasted off.
Yeah, that does tend to happen.
Yeah. So when that happens, boom, music kicks up a notch, and the hundreds of those creepy, naked, smiling guys that were kind of ghostly before are falling up into the sky all around you, all around the platform that is in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Along with his normal smacking down and leering. I hesitate to say an attack because he's just staring at you angrily or happily, who knows. But along with those, he can now also summon like spiky, wooden growths, almost like trees, but they're just spikes of wood from the ground at you. They're pretty easy to dodge for the most part because the soil kind of churns for a bit and then they spring up. So you've got plenty of water.
Once again, telegraphed quite well.
Yeah, nice telegraph. You carry on playing, hit him again, and the world around you, it distorts further. The colours all drop into negative all around the platform, including like the outermost like meter or two of the platform. So it's just the centre of it that's normal. A glowing humanoid figure, about the same size as you, manifests on the platform. You've got like light being just drawn into it. It's blazing bright, and then it resolves into one of the monsters with the glowing eyes. You either ignore him or take him out. Again, then you get one more final hit on the god. Boom, the world freaks out. It's increasingly distorting. It's got pixelation, there's weird stuff going on. It's shaking, everything's shaking. Then it all goes black. And you pick yourself up. You got the words "Where am I?" come up, and it turns out you're outside the entrance to the golf club.
Oh, do you not make it?
So naturally,
do you not make it into the club?
Well, I think you've had enough, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
No need. You've done all the golfing, so.
You've had your golf blackout, and when you get to the blackout stage of golf, that's when you know that you've had enough.
Yeah, well, you say that, but I immediately turned around and tried the door to try and get back in, and then tried the rocks to see if I could hop back over and go for another round. But I'm guessing I just maybe I hesitate to say enough, but maybe everything in moderation, right? It might.
Yeah, everything in moderation.
Yeah. So.
Don't want to over golf because if you do another 6 holes, maybe would be fine, but another 18 holes would be too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and obviously, if I started the course, I'd have to go the whole way.
Yeah, to commit. You've got to commit.
And you need to look after your golf clubs as well. You don't want to.
Yeah,
exactly.
That and your mental well-being.
I need to go back and sharpen them as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's over golf saturation, and it's just too much.
Yeah, it's a common problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So obviously, that's enough golf. So I'll head back to the car and I'll drive home.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you had a
And
good
then-
good session. That. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of my better golf runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you head in the car, you head back, and it cuts to it's got a TV screen. It's sitting in somebody's room, and there's an advert playing for greener grass lawn care specialists.
Oh.
And it's it's this bizarre, like catchy but like slightly sinister song, which has like greener grass employees. They're dancing around and they're singing like the song has lyrics which are like "Come with me." Come with me, or like different layerings of that, and it's got like them sort of saying it in time with it, and they got like happy faces, but they got like evil eyebrows for some reason. It's just very strange.
There's like the song. There's very into the song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And the customers are just loving it as well. And
Clearly.
Yeah.
and that's the end.
Hmm.
There you go. It's pretty. What you can see in the background is a poster for greener grass. Oh yeah, the thing ends and you can just hear your character's footsteps walking off.
Oh.
Yeah.
That means in the car park when you first started, there was a van actually there which had the greener grass lawn care specialist van.
Oh, that's cool.
Really neat. I haven't checked, but I'm kind of vaguely maybe confident that the monsters that showed up were the employees that were in the advert. So whatever that means.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, otherwise, it's a pretty typical golf session.
Yeah.
Exactly. And as with all good golf sessions, you can have achievements which add replayability. So these the achievements are like challenges like beat the game without dying or resetting, which also means in one sitting, which is kind of a pain. You got some which are like finish some holes within a certain amount of time, beat the final boss in under 80 seconds. The closest I got was like just under 2 minutes, which is obviously 120 seconds. So. And I was trying. I did that quite a few tries, like 4 or 5.
See, this is the thing that proves what we talked about earlier. He's not quite first rate. He's 1.5.
Right.
Yeah. Like a 1.7 rate golfer would have gotten like I don't know 2.5 minutes.
So you get into the.
So clearly I'm getting there, but not quite there still.
Yeah, not quite first rate.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was going to say, would you say you've become more confident golfer now after this experience?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get cocky or anything, but I feel like I've gone up by at least 0.073%.
That
pretty
does
cool.
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's nothing to snuffle at.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
So,
I was.
Every increment is another layer.
Yeah.
It's
So you got to put the
very
effort.
tough to get.
Well, I say you got to put the
Yeah.
effort in if you want to get to that high grade. So it sounds like you've done a really good
Every
job.
hole's a goal, right?
Any holes.
Yeah, every hole's goal. Yeah.
You get these achievements if you do, and they each unlock something which can range from like having a golden ball woo, to something like the jump button. Ooh, that sounds pretty neat. I never unlocked it, but sounds pretty cool. You can use the club anyway if you get the right achievement. You can fly just like in real golf. You can get the all balls kill option, which sounds pretty good. That's the one for the beating the boss in under 80 seconds, which I was trying out a bit. I thought that'd be pretty neat.
Right.
And then there's the extra button. I don't know what that does.
Yeah. That's a first rate golfer thing.
Yeah,
We're
clearly-
not privy to even the knowledge of such a thing. Yeah.
my mind I can comprehend it.
Like we aren't even
Yeah.
prepared to know what that's.
Yeah,
secret.
exactly.
Yeah. You have to learn the ways first. Then we'll understand. Yeah.
Honestly, my only actual like proper complaints about this game are that first one's the minor one, which is that you can replay the holes,
Yeah.
but but mostly in batches of 3 up until you get to like the top tier forest onwards holes, which are usually individually by one. But other than that, you have to play them in like 3. So if you quit out on hole 10, you've got to play 8 through 11 again or something like that. You know what I mean? Which is kind of a pain. If you quit, you can't like resume. You got to start back at the beginning of that. And that also doesn't count as being one continuous run on it. So you end up with a score sheet at the end, which is just from when you actually started that particular session, like hole 5 onwards type thing. Which bit of a pain, but who cares? The other one is that there's this ridiculous issue, right, with the pause menu. You hit escape, it pauses it. There's no then button to close it, so you hit escape again. And a lot of the time, for an instant, you get a flicker of the game, and then the escape menu's back open.
That's annoying.
Oh.
And I'm thinking probably the reason for this is that when you close a menu, it checks for the key being released, the key up event, right? Which is fine. But when you're in the game, it checks for the key down event, which means that you press it to close the menu. And because both ways. Either way, you press it, and then the key's still down when you go back into the game, so it immediately triggers opening the menu again.
Is there a resume game button or not?
Nope.
Oh.
So you got to press escape over and over with a bit of pause in between, and hope that after a dozen tries, it'll just close and not reopen itself again. Bear in mind that I'm pausing it a lot to write down notes. Because if I don't, then I get killed by a fucking monster.
Oh, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, what can you do? Yeah, that was my complaints.
That's
That and the controller issue, but hey.
Would you recommend this game?
Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought you might enjoy this one. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It was wonderful. You mentioned the name of it to me at the end of the last podcast, so I looked it up, and the first thing I saw was the Reddit post the creator made, which was like something like, check out my golf horror game. I was like, what the fuck? No, I had to play that. What the hell?
Yeah, literally, I saw this game when I watched the YouTubers Dan and Phil play it, and I was like, this is the sort of game that Sam would love, because it's mental, but it's really interesting.
It's so good. And even just like the regular golfing part of it is still fun. There's one level I don't think I actually mentioned, which is where it's like it goes a little bit more to crazy golf territory, where you're playing across these little set of islands connected by bridges. Nothing too complicated there, but it's pretty cool. I imagine you can chip it over if you knew about the trajectory adjusting feature.
Yeah, that's probably how you do some of the pass stuff, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or maybe.
There you go.
In that case, do you want to give me your 4 words? How does this game make you feel?
I didn't write any down. I did the scores, so I'll do those later. How did it make me feel?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I got it.
Like a level 2 golfer boy.
Golf is my passion. Golf forever. Yes, golf. I'm green for golf. I still want to go. No, sorry, that last one was 5.
Golf is my passion. Golf, a lot of those, basically.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I would have asked you if there was anything particularly memorable in it, but it's all pretty standard golfing stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's what you
I mean,
expect.
honestly, the main thing that stuck out to me was just how good the sound design and especially the music was. Excellent. I'm going to show you guys the final advert video at the end because it's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll see it afterwards, so if you're interested, you can look it up as well. Unless I've cut this bit, then cool. So we'll go with yours first, actually, Sam. Your ratings.
All right.
What are you going to do for story?
So the story, it's simple, but it's perfect for what the game is, right? You kind of go from A to B, things get progressively more and more spooky and fucked up, and then you take down the weird Eldritch God thing at the end. Pretty neat. It's got hints that you're more than just some dude with the things that the Eldritch God says. I know who you are. That vessel cannot contain you. I will eat your dinner. Oh no, I'll take your dinner from you. Whatever the fuck that means. Yeah, pretty rad. I give it a 4.
Nice.
It's not
I was thinking,
but it's perfect what it needs to be. So.
Perfect golf simulator.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gameplay.
I gave that a 3. It's simple, it's fun enough even when golfing normally, and it's really intense when the stress and danger is actually involved. Excellent, not excellent, but, it's good.
That's good. Very solid.
Yep, solid. It's 3 is
average
or slightly above average, and that sort of thing for me.
Yeah.
So.
And finally, design.
The design. I gave it a 5.
5. Ooh, I was thinking it was going to be 4 or 5.
Excellent. The graphics, they are intentionally downgraded to be spookier and then like really used really, really well for different effects and distortions and such they add on them. The music is obviously excellent. It's pretty chill, the earlier ones, and then it's incredibly stressful in the later ones. And the visual design is pretty cool as well.
Nice. Which comes to a total of 12, I believe.
Very positive.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty neat.
Yeah, very positive.
Yep. Yeah, definitely better than Doom.
This is the highest rated first person shooter on this list.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you are shooting balls, I suppose.
No,
enemies at some point.
Yeah, so a shooter. Well, I think
FPP, first person putter.
it's still
exactly.
technically a shooter,
It is. Yeah.
but putter. Yeah, I like that. First person putter.
Putting along.
And now we move down a level. Foley,
Down a level.
how do you rate the story for Space Jam?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 2.
Oh gosh, it's brutal. That's more brutal than the entirety of Brutal Legend.
Hey.
Hey, cool back.
Ooh, all right. Sorry, I just walked away as I didn't press that.
It's like Sam's done. It's like, no, don't want to do this. It's because I think I give it credit to the fact they just paired up Michael Jackson.
Jesus, a bit of a different film, isn't it?
No, Michael Jordan with the Looney Tunes. I think how they even managed to get that done, I give them 2. But yeah, the story's not great though. It's very what I said to people is a lot happens, but not a lot does happen.
Yeah.
Like
the story moves at a rocket's pace.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nothing happens within that rocket.
Yeah.
You're just on a drag Drag race course.
Yeah, so you're just doing a drag race.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at the end already. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll move on to design. What do you reckon for design then?
So on my count, can I? Don't know. What so
Tricky, is it?
a bit? Don't know. Because I'm guessing we got to be talking about like how it's all done. Like, I'll give it credit.
I am going to say factor in the sound as well.
Oh,
To be fair to it, factor in the
Question
sound as well.
is,
I'll give
about
it-
the visual, how much can you accredit to it, and how much can you credit to like just being Looney Tunes and that
just
sort of
being
thing?
Looney Tunes.
That's true.
Yeah.
You got to factor that in too.
I will. Fuck no. It's just
Just making it more tough.
Yeah.
I want to. Okay, I'll give it least. I'll give it 3.
3.
Because,
okay.
like-
higher than I thought it was going to be.
Because visually, it's actually decent in places.
Hmm.
Don't know. Am I being too nice?
I can always turn it into a 2 if you want, or
I
a
could
1.
put that. I could put the stressful
I'll-
boss music on if you want. Give you some more pressure.
Actually,
Let's leave that.
I think I might be too nice. I think it might have to be a 2 because some scenes are just terrifying to look at.
That is fair.
Yeah.
How about character? How are the characters? I can't write fuck, unfortunately. I needed a number.
Oh.
1 to 5. Well, 0 to 5, 10.
I'm gonna be brutal. I'm gonna go 1
Brutal.
because as much they are iconic like Looney Tunes characters and they have their funny moments, no one's really memorable in this film. Really,
Right.
it's like you have to watch
What was it again?
a 1.
Oh, what?
It's like I don't know. It's just I connected with no one in this film at all.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to see some Looney Tunes shit, and even they don't do much Looney Tunes stuff. But
That makes 5 out of 15, which is very irritating for me because the 5 key on my keyboard doesn't work all the time. So it took me 4 pushes to write that down. It did that for design as well, but I was like, I'm not going to comment on that now.
not gonna comment.
For Sam, just I was like 5.
Right.
Note to
There,
self:
fine.
5 as much as possible.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5.
I'll fix it, but I'll fix it for next time. So I'll do with that.
But the thing is, we're saying 5 that much, you end up breaking the button again. So 5. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm being brutal with Space Jam. Yeah.
Yeah, like
You gotta be.
it's a lot of fun, but it is not good.
No.
Yeah.
It's just I'd say Michael Jordan does a pretty decent job. Considering he's not like an actual actor, he does a pretty decent job. It's just like I don't remember much from the film unless I look at my notes. Like, oh yeah, that happened. Like I said, the only thing that I generally love, because that was the other thing as well. The NBA players. There's a scene where they go to a psychic, when they look in the crystal ball. But the hilarious thing is, she's actually bang on what happens. So, there's literal aliens and they took your powers and they're fighting against the Looney Tunes. And they're like, yeah, I'm not doing this. This sounds weird. It's like, no, but she's actually right though. It's like...
It just means that it's an example of a psychic in a film who's actually competent,
Yeah.
but no one believes them,
It's a fact-
which I think is even funnier.
It's the fact that even they're like, I can't believe I'm seeing this shit in my crystal ball. Like, this can't be real. It's like, I love it.
What?
I like that was just genius to me.
Yeah.
So I just,
I thought I saw you as a celebrity psychic. Yeah, I must have been a fraud. I saw the Looney Tunes stealing, fighting a basketball match with some aliens who stole powers from the
Yeah.
NBA players.
now
And
that
then they're like, wait, you didn't turn on the TV? That's what happened.
didn't
You know?
tune in
What?
to the live event, you know?
Those bastards didn't pay, and I was right.
The TV license, people.
No.
But that would be a strong superpower to be a psychic only for celebrities.
Well, it'd be a
it's-
superpower, yeah.
Is it? I just want to clarify. Is it that it is 100% accurate, but only if you're dealing with
Oh,
celebrities?
do celebrities, yeah.
Right. Okay. So that is a power. It's
Yeah.
a very situational power. But
Well,
technically, I guess if
It
superheroes
depends. If it's
are
that's true.
Celebrity.
If it's
classified,
dealing with
Yeah.
celebrities, as in the events that you predict involve them at all, you'd be pretty good for like apocalyptic events.
Yeah.
that's
That sort of
true.
thing.
But
They're like,
it'd be interesting to keep Kardashians.
God. I don't think anyone would give a shit about that.
And I think it's
But I care so little about that. I'm segueing hard into the reviews. We'll cut this
Reviews.
conversation short. I'm so annoyed.
See, I knew that was going to happen because
Cool. We'll do the. Brilliant. We'll do the Greener Grass Awaits reviews first.
Nice.
As this is a free game, and it's not a super big game,
Yeah.
most of the sources I've got for this game are that Reddit page and the website that you can download
You've
the
got
game.
itch.io stuff as well.
Yeah, itch.io. Yeah,
When,
I've got it
if
too.
I like looked anything up for it, like what the hell does this achievement mean? Like I couldn't find any answers anywhere.
That's
Which is
fair.
unusual in these days.
Yeah, as I said, it's not a super big game, so it's not got like big walkthroughs and things. But the first is from Pierre W, which just says, "Way better than golf with friends." Amazing job.
Amazing job.
Nice.
We've got one from Tristy Throwaway, which is called "That's like that one episode of DuckTales."
I'm sorry, what?
Don't.
That?
It's the
Sure.
one where they fight the Eldritch God, Foley. Keep up, come on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Very uncultured, sorry.
My favourite thing about this game is, despite the kind of silly premise and storyline, the scares are played very seriously and it's super
Yeah.
settling overall. I especially like the intense zoom-ins during conversation.
Yeah, it's so good.
Like, my guy is getting way too close. Their face freaking them out.
Yeah, they start the conversation just like, "What are you doing here?" And they end up being like, "Are you okay?" They're just like zooming in with the just intense ramping up noise. It's so good. And the way it just completely cuts out as soon as the options appear.
It's like introvert's worst nightmare.
So when you got the conversation options come up, it's got the character you're speaking to, and then just behind them it's just black, and they've got like a little. So it's like there's like some interrogation scene or something. It's very strange.
Fucking hell.
It's cool.
I mean, it would work
Ah,
if it was a...
yeah.
I mean, that would literally, if the policeman did that during an interrogation, you would just tell.
If a
Sorry,
policeman just manifested. Well, speaking to me, I'd be freaked out.
Yeah, don't blame me.
Yeah, that would be good.
Next, we got a review from JT. Genuinely one of the most unique short horror experiences I've had. Trying to take shots while being pursued was genuinely heart-pounding, and the world and atmosphere was fantastic.
Why have they never done this with golf? It would make it much more... I mean, they already have done it, but I feel they should do it more. I'd like, there's people trying to annoy the golfers as they're trying to park. I think that should become...
That'd be sick, actually.
Yeah, it should become more
It's like
popularised.
is it traffic lights? Is that the game where you like you got one guy that turns
Oh,
around?
Yeah.
Like that, but golf.
Yeah, but golf. Yeah.
Jesus.
Or you just go to someone
Sorry,
to batter them.
now I'm just imagining. You know that was in Squid Game, right? And they got like snipers to take down.
Oh, is it
it's
fucking
that, but it's
yeah.
golfers.
Get fucking gunned down. It's like, go on, I can hold in one. Go on, Michael.
I've got a hole in one, and there's just this guy, a giant gaping hole in his head
Yeah.
at the back.
It's like, I gotta hold
A
it.
sniper.
I gotta hold it one. It's like,
And I'll get another one.
you know,
Got a hole in every single one.
Lock and load. You're ready to tear me off.
Next review is by That Fiery. This game is just fantastic. It's honestly a crime it's free. It has cool visuals, cool gameplay, very unsettling aesthetic. Before even anything happens, just overall good.
Nice.
And that
I just
wasn't...
want to remind anyone that listens and plays it. You pay what you want for it, so you can get it
Yes.
for free, or you can give money if you wish.
I was going to mention that. Yes, I was going
Yeah.
to mention. So thank you for doing that for me.
Thank
This next one by
Thank you.
Pesto Strawberries just reads, "You're fucking insane. This game is amazing."
Yeah.
That's it. That
That's
is the
it.
review.
short and
Maybe.
sweet, straight to the point.
We've got one more from Paramedic Feisty 3818. I don't know how you did it, but this is the first game I verbally screamed when watching a playthrough of a horror video game. Just bear in mind, this is watching someone else play it, they screamed. So they're not even the one playing it directly. Your music is literally anxiety-inducing. That's a good thing! And threw me into fight or flight mode. The design of the enemies is simple, but the way they look at you is just terrifying. In addition, underlying lore is very intriguing. Congrats on being the first game developer to make me audibly scream.
Yeah.
Fair play, fair
When
play.
that one time I mentioned in the forest where there was two of them on me and I misjudged something and got eaten, that got me. Because like most of the other times I was like testing something out, or it was the first time it happened. So I was like, whoa! But that time I was like, whoa! Just, I don't know if anyone could hear me. It was like, whoa, motherfucker! Just.
We'll move on to the Space Jam reviews, I think. And this is where the more madness started to set in a bit.
Yeah.
This is a review from Zanman720.
Zaman.
Zanman.
Oh, right.
It's a 7 out of 10 review. The movie of my childhood and still today. Arguably my favourite movie of all time. 7 out of 10. Space Jam was an instant classic, 7 out of 10. That's not in the review, that's me reminding you that they have said that this is their favourite movie, and they then have rated it a 7 out of 10. Even though you may not understand everything that is going on in the movie at a young age, it's still pretty easy to get in a movie. 7 out of 10. Even today, it is an entertaining movie that I will pick up here and there and still have a fun time watching. Such a simple storyline, yet enjoyable down the ears. Michael Jordan, Looney Tunes, and your classic cartoon villains trying to take over. This is just one of the movies that, well, got me interested in movies. 7 out of 10. Yeah. And that is why I give it a 10.
Oh.
Wait, so he rated it 7 out of 10.
Classic.
But then in his review, he rated 10 out of 10.
Now you see why I was driving in the point that he had rated it 7 out of 10.
Classic.
7 out of 10. Yeah, great time.
Man.
I don't really know how numbers work on this rating system.
Yeah, I don't either.
No.
This one is a review by Rebo-chan. It's a 10 out of 10. Simply fun. If you're looking for intelligent, highbrow comedy, what is wrong with you? This is a Looney Tunes movie. Sheesh. This film is nothing outstanding, but it is simply fun. I love how they've said it's nothing outstanding, but they've still rated it a 10 out of 10, which would imply that it is outstanding.
Yeah.
Simply fun. I don't think you know how reviews work. I'm sure that Michael Jordan enjoyed star billing.
Oh.
But it's usually the case when your co-star is a cartoon rabbit with more than 50 years of experience behind him and one of the best catchphrases in cinema, he is upstaged by Bugs Bunny. Oh, not to say that Jordan turned in a poor performance. Thank goodness this guy at least seems to have a sense of humour. But there's some simple, pure enjoyment in watching this film. I got a kick out of the big basketball game and found the sequence with Bugs and Daffy retrieving Michael's lucky boxers to be a riot. I'm glad you did. Yeah, the plot is pretty harebrained. Excuse me, Bugs, duck-brained. Winky face emoji. But it is nothing unworthy of Looney Tunes. Don't ever forget that this is a Looney Tunes film. They got away with using anything for a plot, and this movie is in the same tradition. It's like asking a movie about Beavis and Butthead to be artful and dramatic. Didn't they kind of do that with the most recent one?
Oh, they released like a new series of Beavis and
And they released a new film, I think, and it was like a fairly artful, dramatic-y film.
Yeah,
but
it's
still
like,
comedy.
It's like the universe week, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes represents the goofy side of animation. This film adheres well to that philosophy. I recommend this for any fan of Looney Tunes. Oh yeah, if you're a sports fan, you should enjoy it too. I, a mild basketball fan, really enjoyed myself.
As a mild basketball fan.
This next review is from Andrew Schoolfield, which is a 1 out of 10, and they've called it a monstrosity.
Hey.
Hey!
Space Jam could have been way better if they had made it more like the originals. But then, Michael Jordan wouldn't have been needed in the film, so it's not a good Looney Tunes movie. Not to mention Lola is disgusting. I don't go for lewd cartoon rabbits, WB.
Blasphemy.
It's the fact that they just... a good third of this review is dedicated to just them hating on Lola.
Oh my god, I can't have a disgusting shit.
That's disgusting.
But I love the fact what they said was, oh, they should make it like the old ones, but Michael Jordan wouldn't be needed. I'm like, yeah, but that's...
Then it wouldn't be the same film.
It would be, yeah, it'd just be Looney Tunes being like... So it's like, your point doesn't make sense.
This is a review by Jay Dono, another 1 out of 10, and it's called Selling Out. This movie combines the two most overexposed group of sellouts in the world today. NBA players and the once great Looney Tunes characters. It would be impossible for anyone to dumb down Bugs and the gang more than they've been dumbed down here.
I mean, I do kind of agree with the fact they did really dumb it down. Like, they said, like, they got the characters, but the characters weren't what they should have been.
Fairly recent review, this next one.
Oh, really? Okay.
This is by Shreyas Maddy. This is a 1 out of 10, and I know that this wasn't about the most recent one, because it says not as good as the sequel.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
It says, and the review is as follows. MJ is not as good as LeBron James on the court or in the movies. Space Jam 2 is more family-focused and better than this.
That is just that is a LeBron James fan. That is like hating on MJ like that. He sounds like he got some extraterrestrial testosterone in it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely family than this.
Isn't this what you needed?
Yeah, it's what he needed.
And now we get into the chef's kiss of film reviews. We get into the cream of the bottom of a barrel of shit. That is Google reviews.
Google reviews. Good on Google.
First one is a 1 out of 5. Just bear that in mind. Absolutely love this eye-catching film. It was inspired by the big black guy who continued to shoot hoops and do what he loves, even through hardships and setbacks. Was amazed by the cast and the overall vibe of the movie, which even led me shedding tears of joy in the bathtub scene.
What?
What? Bathtub scene?
Yep.
What?
And then it follows with, would not recommend if you're looking for a comedic movie. In this case, it was a 1-star.
What?
I got a feeling they might have downloaded the wrong Space Jam.
That's what I was
Yeah. It's like- oh, I love that. He goes,
Then we've got this one by Cash Oh yeah, the other one was by Matt Beatty. This one's by Cash Griven. I loved the theme park. I took my family, my wife, and 2.5 kids, and we had a great time.
2.5 kids.
I guess she was pregnant.
The best part was Garfield. I love Garfield. My whole... I can't do this.
No, go on. Garfield, yeah. Garfield.
My whole family loves him too. My favourite part of the theme park was the Garfield gunner. It was one of those rides where you have a fake gun and shoot enemies along the track. I shot everything just to watch it die in the name of Garfield. 5 stars.
Wow.
In the name of Garfield.
What does Garfield have to do with anything?
What's the Are they just bragging about they shot things at a theme park?
I don't know.
In the name of Garfield.
Do you reckon they just bring that up in like every conversation?
It's just like, I just sort of found it. I had to double check I was on the right page, and I was like, yeah, this is the Google reviews for Garfield.
Wow.
In the name of Garfield.
Not Garfield for Space Jam, sorry.
Space Jam.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Cool. Then we got another one by Jackson Keith. This is another 5 stars. Wow! 4 exclamation marks. Space Jam was the best thing ever. Michael Jordan playing basketball. Brilliant! What will they think of next? The Looney Tunes also just blew it out of the water. I didn't even know basketball players were real. Big surprise. I just have one question. How do you summon cartoon characters into the real world? But it was brilliant with a capital B, mate. And that's like 9 billion... There's like 9999999 stars. That's what it is.
Amazing.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
I hope that was a joke, because that's amazing.
That
I mean, that's
first,
clearly a joke review, but...
yeah.
Oh.
After that first one, they could have gone in any direction. It could have been, wow, that was shit. Or what the way to go.
Yeah.
There's no way of telling.
And this here, it's the final Google review.
Mm-hmm.
This here is the creme de la creme.
Oh, shit. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 star.
Ooh.
Isaac Resende. The movie is so NC-17. Never watching it again. It made me want to go into an alleyway and start crying endlessly. It made me want to rip my eyes out. I now have PTSD. Wait, Foley, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. I now have PTSD, autism, bird flu,
Oh no. I think that dates the review.
cancer,
Oh.
and flesh-eating bacteria from that traumatic experience.
Well, maybe that'll all cancel itself out.
It almost sent me to the hospital after watching 1 second of the movie.
What?
Wait, so you got cancer, flesh-eating bacteria, autism. You haven't gone to the hospital yet.
Nope.
This is what happens if you go in the alleyway and try and tell your own eyes.
None of it was from the film. It was from the alleyway.
Yes.
No, you don't know what's been in there.
It was. I love how.
All of these reviews came out, or they registered as 8 months ago. So I'm wondering if a bigger person reviewed it 8 months ago, and these are all joke reviews that came out around then.
I'm sorry.
God, yeah.
It's just a way. Just segue into. I now have PTSD. It's like autism.
So then it's like PTSD, autism, bird flu, cancer.
Yeah.
Most of
I'm
the
also-
bird flu is suspicious though for the timing, because that makes it seem like it was much older.
The other thing I was wondering is, I'm wondering if Google reviews basically scanned a bunch of different websites
Yeah,
and
that's
just
what I
got
was
put
thinking.
onto Google after 8 months. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking that could also be something that happened. I do have a review from Rosie. It reads as follows. Space Jam DVD, 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 and it goes on like that for a bit.
Okay, quite the beat there.
Yeah, that's quite some speed there, to be honest. Fair play.
It's from a meme.
Is
kids
it?
Didn't realise.
I didn't know.
Yeah, where it's like someone does like an open mic thing where they do like two lines. They do 2 lines, and then this guy has done a stitch on TikTok, and his response is just a tower of Space Jam DVDs, and he just takes one off of each time and goes Space Jam DVD, with just like a monotonous tone. Going. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
The link. Go on, guys. What's the link? What's the fucking link?
I'm gonna let Sam answer this.
Let me have a go.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a few it could be. The most obvious one is golf.
Yeah, it's gold.
I
Anyway.
fucking hate you. I hate you.
I was wondering if it would be like. 'Cause I did notice that in both games, both things, somebody reaches for the ball and gets ambushed. Or in the pocket.
No.
I
Way
hate.
easier.
I'm
Way easier.
hating this more.
I do. If you want to have another good guess, I do have a sub link.
You have a sub-link.
I didn't come up with it while we were filming. I came up with it like last week when I realised, oh, this could also count for it. So there is a
Golf.
sub link.
Golf leads into a different realm.
Oh no, it's just golf again. No, it's not. I'm joking.
I genuinely wouldn't be surprised at this point.
No. It's got nothing to do with the sport aspect of it. We've got the golf. Just real quick, Sam. When Foley brought up that it was Space Jam, did you think the connection was just sports?
I was considering it.
That's why when I said it's not that, don't worry, it's going to get more specific. And
Yeah.
As soon as Foley was like, until they go golfing, you just went.
Oh yeah.
So of course, yeah. So it's actually a more specific link.
There is a more specific connection. Some people might consider it.
Oh
some
my
people might
god!
not
It's
consider
not
it.
the hand, is it?
The hand?
Yeah. 'Cause-
No. It's
Really?
not that specific. It's thematic, but that is relevant to it.
Oh, okay. Right.
No, but it is mostly a horror genre.
They both got Michael Jordan in it.
Yes, they both have Michael Jordan in it.
Yeah.
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 He's the Eldritch God that's going to take your dinner from you.
It is Eldritch. It is the Eldritch, though.
Oh.
Because, let's be honest, in Space Jam, the Looney Tunes are pretty fucking Eldritch beings, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're beings that can warp and bend reality to their wills and literally suck people down a golf hole. You tell me that's not pretty Eldritch in nature.
I was just saying, I love how it feels like you made this whole theme. You show Looney Tunes are not child friendly. They are very sadistic.
Oh, yeah, they're horribly sadistic.
Oh yeah.
But that's what makes them great.
That's what we love them.
Yeah.
That's why I got PTSD and autism and bird flu.
Much like that guy who got that cancer
Yeah.
for eating bacteria.
Not bird flu.
Well, I think on that note, we everything for this week.
Yeah.
So feel free to join us next time on this shambles of a show.
Just don't get PTSD and really watching Space Jam. Be safe, kids.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Janky-B-Cast. You can find Foley at his YouTube channel, Dopey Mr. Foley, and Sam at his house, The Space Between the Realms.
Also, you can find us on Instagram at Janky-B-Cast.
Introducing all new diet extra testosterone. I fucked that up really badly.